magically find the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to flip in so I can push the button.
Yep. Here we go, y'all. You know, YouTube be holding us hostage right before we start, so we gotta wait to make sure we can mute these.
There we go.
So it started for you again. Okay, yep, there we go. All right. Hey, folk, how are you guys? Meeks, what's going on? It's been a while.
I'm tired.
It's been a few weeks.
It has. I'm tired. Yeah. Y'all, this camera angle, first of all, I'm gonna be looking this way because this is where my computer is, and my camera's actually over here. So if it looks like I'm looking crazy, I am. That's why I don't like it over here. Do you have the new desk?
Do you have the new desk put together?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I was just trying to figure out a place to put the camera, and I wanted the camera behind my monitors like I normally had it, but the camera arm I have is like one of these ones, and it doesn't fold up enough to like smush against the wall, so I have to get another one that's like a sideways facing. So,
well, yeah, you probably don't have to get a whole new one. Just get a different boomstick.
Oh, that's what I mean, like the camera arm.
Yeah,
I have to get another one because the one I have is just like it don't fold enough. So,
what's going on, Gavin? So we had us in here. Michelle, hello. See, Mother Roan was in the building. All right. Yeah, you know what? That is okay. Naps are essential, I think. So you enjoy your Arbor Gold and go on and take that nap, ma'am. Appreciate you stopping in.
I could have
a nap. Low key, she got that. It's got that blue filter, that electric blue filter on there. Yep. Now that is a virtual reality video game I would love to see come to fruition because I would be in there all day. See, that you just made it look even more like that because of that. I'm gonna call him Arrow.
Look there,
because that was him in Twilight. But his club that was in the second Tron, it still looks like that.
Oh man, yeah. There are only like 3 colors I can use because of the lightness of my skin.
Yeah. Not all the colors fit.
I can't use yellow. I can't use green. I can't use red, really. Red makes me look weird. Yeah, so it leaves blue.
Purple. It's red. You gotta shut them down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Red's my favorite color. No, it doesn't. You don't always gotta shut the red down. Stop it.
This is pink.
And that's it. Well, with the glow, it gives it a bit of a magenta feel.
Hold on. See, now I'm just gonna have to play with it because I have the app on my phone. I just like twisted a little knobby knob.
And
see, that's red.
Let me reset my background real quick before we get into this discussionals.
I just play all the buttons.
Since my camera is always being extra. Yeah. I gotta get my official green screen up because then I won't have these problems. Hey, Jackie. My lovely lady. Thank you all for coming in, guys.
Hello.
So, Shogun. Episode 5. Now, the last time we were here, little spoiled fuckboy was killing everybody with cannons and created a huge massacre that was unnecessary.
Sir.
And we get to the beginning of episode 5 here. And they're out hawking again because Scorpion likes to go hawking. And him and Mariko having a little discussion. And his son comes running up again, just like
hey, Dad, look, I got the hawk.
Ever. Hey, Daddy, look here.
Dad, look. Hawk.
You see it? I did it.
I did it.
And my man's just looked at him like.
It's like one of those things you snatch it from the kids.
His combo.
Right? Like, Daddy, I found it. Daddy, I found it. You're like, that's what it's like.
And he was trying to be sincere. Mind you, I know what he was trying to do, but I don't approve. He was trying to be sincere and say, I know you're mad at me. I know you're mad at me, Dad, but no, there's no but, asshole. Right. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he's like. Like, now, bro, you get no passes on this. And he straight tells him, like, do you know what the fuck you actually just did? Do you see how one of these motherfuckers, you just let them fucking play you that easily? You just did their dirty work for them. And he doesn't know exactly which one it was yet, but he knows that's what happens because
he knows that it's one of 2 people. He knows it's one of 2 people.
Exactly. He knows it's one of 2 people. when he's trying to explain this, the kid's still trying to make an excuse for it. He was like, you know what? Look, until you finally get these lessons that I have been trying to drum into your dumbass brain, you ain't in charge of shit no more. You were complaining about not getting no important tasks. I gave you one, and look at the bullshit you just did.
And
you just made it fucking
up.
10 times worse for us. So you're going to sit your little ass down over there and not do nothing until somebody tells you to do something.
Yep.
And he walked the fuck off. He mic drop and bounced. And he just sitting there looking like, what?
Well, here's the thing. At first, I wasn't sure if he was actually mad because I'm like, it's hard with Toranaga because Toranaga got plans on plans on plans on plans. So
he
it
does.
could have been
he does.
like he had a plan in reserve to use for him, and him and the nephew convincing his son to jump ahead kind of like fucked it up. So he might be mad at like the But I'm just like,
I think it's twofold. I think it's twofold. I think he's definitely upset about the situation, but he is absolutely upset at his son because
not following instructions.
You exactly. You had one job. It's fucking what's this asshole's name? Because again, y'all know what started my channel and bleeds into everything. This is fucking Edmure Tully going against the orders of King Stark. Okay, I didn't say that you couldn't go get your glory, bruh. You're right. There is enough glory out here, but you know what the plan was? To draw that motherfucker out when y'all kept pressing him on the other side like you were supposed to. Then I could have had his head on a fucking pike right now while I'm trying to eat my dinner. But you fucked it up chasing glory. That wasn't your job.
Okay, are you finished now? Are you done chasing?
One job.
You're done chasing glory? Are you finished? Great. I'm glad you're finished. I'm glad. Like I'm glad you stopped.
So you know what you gonna do? You're gonna go sit down and marry that little girl. I don't give a fuck if she ugly. Whichever one he put in front of you, you gotta marry her to atone. And just right here, it's the same thing. No, go sit in a corner, little boy, because clearly you're still being a child and you don't understand the way of things. Sit there and wait until somebody more important tells you what to do next.
That's because he wanted to give him a chance, Gran. Like, that's because he wanted to give him a chance.
He did, right. And that's the thing. He did. Okay, wait. But in his defense, how are you going to give a kid who hasn't even gotten
because he was asking for the responsibilities. So he was like, okay,
because see, exactly. And it's something that he literally could not fuck up.
I know he did.
There was 0% chance of anything super bad happening. Okay. If Josen, I think was the guy's name, Josen comes in and he takes a look at the cannons and whatnots, y'all could have fudged the demonstration. You didn't have to make it run completely 100% accurately like you've been practicing. You could have easily tweaked something in the plans to say to make them miss, like make it so it looks like it's the Portuguese cannons that always are misaligned and everybody knows don't work that good. You didn't have to do what you did. And that's where your brain went because you thought your dad has been getting clout since he was 12. And I get that. However, you ain't your dad. And very clearly right here, you have proven it 100 times over with this one fuck shit decision. You're not ready. You can't come sit at the table. Like, again, throwing truth back to everything. You're not my queen. You are not Rhaenyra. Okay,
that's right.
Rhaenyra was being a cupbearer. What was she? 13, 14? Okay, she had advice to give to the king. Send your dragons. We're the plan right here. What and what did you do? You can't be mad at your dad for being mad at you because you fucked up, bro.
Just take I fucked up. Just take it. You got to take it. There's nothing to do but take it.
Take the L, calm down, and actually pay attention and learn. This time, listen. Okay, everybody cracking jokes on you. You spoil little rich kid. You only here because you're your daddy. Blah blah blah. They're 100%.
However, comma.
Like for real, bro. Come on. Your daddy tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. You so blustering and probably didn't
come on.
Just spoiled.
Come on.
And the slippery stone about better tactical mind. Yeah.
But I also think it's funny how he put his nephew in charge of that, knowing damn well this man wanted to be in charge of some shit. He was like, because I can't trust you. I know I can't trust you.
You know what's funny about that situation though, because you know, again, Scorpion got heat for everybody on the situation that happened, and he took that straight to Uncle Shifty, and Uncle Shifty wasted no time throwing Omi under the bus. Like, I'm your loyal friend. I would never.
He started rolling that boy over there.
It had to be that damn Omi. You know, it had to be my nephew. I
can't
know
follow instructions.
Saw them drinking that one night.
Can't write.
I didn't think it was gonna be a bad thing. My bad, man. You want me to go wrangle his ass up right now?
Listen,
like bro, and Scorpion's just sitting there looking at him like,
okay.
Do you think I don't see what the fuck you are right now?
He was like, "Go ahead, tell me more about him. How he
was like,
his way in here.
Yeah.
How he told him how to do this. How he devised this plan. Go ahead and tell me more about that." And that's why he in charge of the regiment.
Right.
He was like,
right, like you sure? Like it wasn't you? You know, you trying to stall for time? You know,
it wasn't you. Okay,
you trying to stay here so you could
he in charge.
Still continue to play both sides. Like if he would have went back, you know, some shit might have been going down, and you would have been shut down even sooner. So. Hey. You sure?
Hey, sure it wasn't you? Okay. Well,
no, my lord. Nope. It was that little asshole. I told him to go sit down and mind his business, and he didn't want to listen either. You know, we got two dumbass little kids over here. You want to go spank him? I can go get him right now.
Bro, he's like, bring him here.
You're not throwing nobody.
He's like, bring him here and take this fun stick because you earned it, son. Congratulations, you earned a fun stick. And so he was sitting over here looking at him like,
right, threw him under the bus and then got in and ran him over and backed up and did it again.
And like, he got rewarded for it. He got rewarded for it because I'm not even sure if him having that is a reward at this point.
Yeah.
Because Toranaga will be playing. Toranaga will never ever tell you exactly what he's doing. So I don't even know.
And we've seen that. We've seen that he said, like, can you let me in on the plan?
No.
Next time, please.
No. There's only one person who knows the plan. There's only one other person who knows the plan, and he ain't there. And you know what was demonstrated with the last episode? He was exactly fucking right. Yep.
That he not tell any one of them assholes. Right. Nope. And you're right. The only other person that knows the full extent of the plan is the hand. That's it.
Yep.
Which hurts my heart for some things that I know are coming. Ay.
I'm just like, I was just laughing because I'm like, that's what you get. Now you sad, now you mad, and now you crying on your courtesan's lap. And she's like, but you the strongest, show enough. You know what I'm saying? She hit you a little show enough.
You know what kills me with that little boy? He is really, really in here thinking he's dicking this chick down so bad. Like you smelling your own shit so well. Like, bro, you're paying her. She's not your fucking girlfriend. She knows exactly what to say and how to act, and I don't fault her because that's her job. I'm not gonna fault her for getting the bag. You're paying for the girlfriend experience.
Securing the bag. The bag is secured.
Exactly.
You're going to pay for her from here on out. The bag is secured.
You paid for the girlfriend experience.
When everybody leaves,
she's giving
the
you.
Status is still secured. Like she got the bag and the seat.
Exactly. With a whole half of the luggage department.
Come on.
Just for her stuff.
Come on.
Like, come on. Baby is about getting her bag, and she is good at what she does because clearly we already know he is not her only client.
Nope.
Matter of fact, next episode that's going to come into clutch in a big way, but we'll get to that when we get there. It's hilarious. I will we'll jump back a little before this. Actually, you know, things are not going well in the council meeting.
Listen, that shit's hilarious.
Everybody's still butthurt. Everybody's still butthurt that he got away.
There's like how. You should was like
everybody had their hands up.
Like, aren't you in charge of the castle security?
Well, you see, like what had happened. That was basically all it was.
Listen, he was like, well, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, and Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. So Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy. That's what happened.
But the thing in that scene that really killed me is when they were trying to put out replacements for his seats. Bruh, I don't remember the guy's name, but it was who Shido had put up, and the other guy was like, I will not be sitting here
trash
and smelling that syphilis Fester.
And he was
and
like,
she looks at him like, maybe you didn't know, but that's homie's cousin right there. And man just looks at him like, and continues eating his rice, like, okay, whatever.
Well,
And,
I mean, I've already said
and
it.
he's looking at it. I mean, look, okay, so you got cousin leper and cousin syphilis.
You can't unsay.
I don't think either one of them really should be in the room because highly contagious, especially with cousin leper. But you know, okay.
He was like, "Well, I didn't say what I said. I can't
why
unsay
he
it."
objected. Well, and also, I mean, Uncle Leper has like, he walks around with all the incense and stuff. So at least he's trying to be courteous to the people. But if homeboy is still walking around and everybody know he just stank, I don't fault him for saying no.
But either way, I'm just like, their plan to me doesn't make any sense. And I am so confused in 5. So I can't wait for us to talk about that because I need somebody to explain it to me because I'm a little lost in the sauce. So I'm just like, I don't understand why these 3 men are following Ishida when you know that you could be turned on just like that. You already have 2 people who are in clink together. You understand me? Clink. Mm-hmm. You have 2 of them that are together no matter what because they are with the church. So
and
why
are you siding with that was another replacement? Yeah. That was another replacement. He's like, well, how about this guy? It smells like Christian. She's like, oh, you don't want to smell disease? Well, I don't want to smell that church disease either. So both of them choices are shut down.
Exactly. So I'm just like,
who was the what Uncle Shifty? I think Ishido had brought up, and they were like, the country boy. What?
Exactly.
You want to pull him in and sully our graceful entitlement for a country boy to come in here? No, I don't want to smell cows and horse shit when he walks in the room. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all are the worst. The entitlement is real.
Come on, exactly.
Mansion would have requested to learn how to use swords. See, and that's the thing with Blackthorn. That is the thing, actually, and that's a good segue because we can get right to him and his fuckery for this episode here. Blackthorn, he's good at thinking on his feet in the moment, but when it comes to like true future thought and proper foundations of planning, he has no fucking clue.
He just wants to leave. His plan does not go beyond him leaving with his men and his ship. And I'm like, sir, these men is dead.
Here's the thing, though. I think some of them are still alive. I think, but those ain't your men. You were never the captain. That's not your ship.
That's not your ship.
And like Mariko has already said, the ship, its weapons, the people, you all belong to our Lord. And he will use all of his tools as he sees fit.
Come on. So I'm
you have no say in this, and you steady still talk about it like my men and my ship.
I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here. So he's not making plans to even like figure out how to survive in this. Like, you got to be smarter.
It's so ignorant, and every time he has to get schooled on this, it's almost like he's just willfully ignoring it, like he has selective hearing. So now we're near the end of the day here, and Buntaro, bitch ass, is assigned to be with Mariko, his wife, sadly, at the Anjin's house, and he comes in with the fuckery off rip and the minor disrespect, like he barely curbs it coming in, and for real, Blackthorn was giving him his little bit of props, like, yo, I saw that shit that was coming for you, and I wanted to come back.
And you survived.
You wouldn't let me, and you did that, dude.
Like, how did you escape?
Like you're trying to be fucking impressive.
Like, tell me about your battles.
And Mariko translated it perfectly, and he's still looking at him like motherfucker, you ain't the best asshole out here. You did a cool thing. Everybody thought you was dead. It took you what they said, like 23 days or something for him to get through. He had to fight to get all the way back to Edo, and there was one faction with him. They said by the time they got there, it was just him and one other dude. However, I could be wrong, and we talked about this on Heidi's stream. I am calling bullshit.
Come on, I was calling bullshit because there were so many people.
Some money on your hip, and you paid somebody off to let you go, or you made a fucking deal and you're just waiting for the okie doke to drop so you could come in with the stab wherever it's needed. I don't think he fought his way out of that at all.
Yeah.
me see.
Like,
Gavin,
listen,
what you got on here?
Listen, I mean, correct, because Buntaro, even though he was sauced up, he was hitting the pole. He was hitting the pole.
Yeah. I'm not saying the man don't got skills, because no, he is on point with that bow. Like, I feel like him and Merida could go toe to toe.
And he would have sat Blackthorn all the way down, sat his ass down.
He would have.
Like, I still don't like him.
If Blackthorn would have pushed him that night, though, and I feel like
he was waiting for it.
Way too damn nice.
Waiting for it. He was itching for it. He was hoping he would. That's why he went out there and showed his ass. And let's hold on. Let me read what Gavin actually said here. He has not a single forethought in his mind. He doesn't. Like how you want to take down Mara, go sleep in her bed, and can't defend yourself if Buntaro happen to have enough to exactly. But and that's kind of the error that was. You know, drinking out the bowls.
My flashback to that was okay. Yeah, this is exactly how I've seen college boys act at the bar, on a game night on OSU campus. I've seen this shit time and time again, because he comes in like, oh well. Again, it's Buntaro that started it, though. You know, to be fair, it was Buntaro that started it. And he's sitting there eating and trying to be cordial. And it's like, okay, look, I know you didn't like me having the bird, and we'll get back to the bird. Don't think I forgot. I know you didn't like me having it up there with the stench or whatever. We got a little bit here. Yo, what's good, bruv? Thank you for listening. Appreciate it.
What up, JD?
And also, again, reminder, we are not to the end yet. So if we can get a time scheduled for you to come on for our finale chat in like 2 weeks, you're more than welcome, bruv. Damn it, where was I?
The bird. Did you say you could come back to the bird?
Yeah, he presents this dish, and Fuji and Mariko are both there at the table with him and Buntaro. And Mariko, again, this is why she's the translator, because she's so elegant with her words. We have a very specific.
That's why they ate early. I was so confused with what they were doing. So, right. So confused. Like, why are they eating so early?
That's why she said, and Fuji didn't understand it until that moment, because the camera panned over to her. She was like, damn it. Thank you, bitch. I got you. I got you on that side.
I know it had to smell rancid, and I know what no seasonings to think of, like none. Oh my god.
Well, no, there's seasonings there. Don't take that statement wrong. But he doesn't know shit about seasoning. Yeah, and they made sure. Fuji made sure, like, yo, anything that he cook in any one of them pots, we not touching them damn pots after it's done, especially if he put that nasty ass bird in there, okay? He can cook his house. He can cook and do whatever the fuck he want. However, we don't have to eat that same shit, okay? Let me just let y'all know now. I got y'all. Don't worry. He might try to force it, but I ain't gonna let that shit happen. I got y'all. It's cool. We good. And the other lady was like, you know, I know a really, really good cook, like just a couple blocks down in the village. If I need a new cook, I will ask you for that. But that's not what I'm telling you right now, okay? So again, this is why I love Fuji. I really think she's my number one character right here. And so we're at this damn dinner party, and it starts going off. Buntaro with the kickoff, talking about, oh well, you know, the way you eat is like, you know, you're just a little bit. What did he call it? Like, a little childish or something, and Mariko, again, she has to finesse the words, says, you know, he's looking at how you're eating, and he thinks it's a bit disrespectful because, you know, the sounds when you eat, that, you know, lets people know if you enjoying it really or not. And he was being quiet. And for Western culture, listen, we don't do all the extra sounds like that. Like, it's gross for us.
My lord.
And yeah, absolutely correct, Phil. It was good. And he does a little slurp with the bok choy and whatnot, and Blackthorn's like, and he does that shit to me. And again, that's a little bit where Buntaro fucked up on that.
Buntaro is gonna talk shit.
Pirate on a rancid ship all day, every day. You think he don't know what it is to be ridiculous and disgusting?
Buntaro's gonna talk
that's literally how this man lives. You're not telling him nothing he don't know.
Everything he did, Buntaro had something to say. Look at him, how he holding his chopsticks like a bitch. Look at him hunched over the bowl like a monkey. Right, and I'm like, damn.
And this is one of the things that we have to credit, that we do have to credit Blackthorn on. Like we said, he's good at thinking on his feet. You know, future thought, not so great. But right there in the moment, he was like, oh. Okay. Like slurp up my damn bok choy too. Thank you for putting this together.
Look at him. Monkey see, monkey do ass bitch. I was
and
like,
then he took the little tiny teacup of right. He said like, oh well, the monkey can learn tricks. Look at that. Ain't he swell? And he picks up the cup with sake and Blackthorn again. He catches this shit and he's like, you know what?
Okay, hold on.
In my country where I'm from, only women drink out of them little bitch cups like that, man. I don't know what you're doing, but let me show you how we do.
We get down.
He tosses out the little tiny thing, opens up the bottle, pours it in. Mind you should have just taken a damn swig out of the bottle. That whole bottle was yours. You weren't sharing. Everybody had their own bottle. And Mariko already sees where the shit is going.
She's like, how about
she's like, hey, look, we use those cups so we savor the taste, flavor. You know, we don't overdo it. And Blackthorn's like, nah, girl. I see what he doing. Fuck that. Nah, I got you.
And Buntaro is like, word.
Exactly.
Say less.
Because you know what this reminded me of now that I'm thinking about it? This was Gimli and Legolas in that damn drinking contest. Gimli thought up and down, left and right he was about to beat the high elf prince that is always on God mode with the archery. Thought you was gonna drink this man under the table. Motherfucker, you couldn't even finish your last drink. You passed out. Mind you, Legolas was across the table after like 12 freaking pints. Looking like, oh wait, I think I feel something. Like my fingers are tingling.
That's so much liquid.
Like, the equivalent of like 4 bottles of fucking Henny to the head. And only in your fingers are just
so
now
much liquid. I would be like, I gotta pee every 5 seconds. Like, how many of these things we had? This is like a gallon of water. I gotta pee. Excuse me, I gotta pee. Every 5 seconds, I gotta pee.
Thank you for stopping in, ma'am.
We gotta make this a song. I gotta pee.
Right. It's that same energy. And again, he doesn't know the type of life these people lead. The training that comes in, I guarantee you they probably had training sessions to where they had to be inebriated and still be able to do what they were supposed to do.
Because you got to stay on point.
Because again, the whole now that we're well into the dick measuring contest, of course he starts talking about the bow and how good it is and you know, random talking shit. Mariko's trying to make it sound pretty, but she really can't do that much because Blackthorn is an ass and he doesn't know how to read the room or catch the hints that she is trying to put down.
Both of them are asses because they was just like, she's like, please, can we?
Absurd.
Can we not?
But to all the way down to the point. Oh, you know what? Well, tell him about your family.
Like, well, I gotta be
tell him why you here.
Why
the fuck does that even have to be talked about right now?
Why? Because he wanted to try to humble her ass. He wanted her to shut the fuck up.
Which is so
petty pissed.
Bogus because
petty pissed.
There. I don't remember if it's the next episode or if it's episode
the next one with the flashback. You get to see what
is it 6? Okay, yeah, and there's a part where he's talking to Scorpion and this is the gaslighting of this asshole talking about, well, you know, she's always so cold and blah 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 blah. No. I'll leave it there because we're going to expound on it later. Sir, but right here, he makes her tell this story, and then again they go more back and forth to which she's literally one of the most humble people there. So I don't know what the hell is in his brain
to humiliate her
comes up somehow, and yeah, that was basically it. Humiliation. This challenge comes up. I think it was after like he had asked for a story or something, and Mariko was like, "Hey, can you please just tell this story? Just make up something if you need to, but mind your fucking manners, okay? Watch your words and in saying what I will need to translate, okay?" And does he listen? No, because again, he don't know how to read the room, and now he's drunk. Damn near
he was already like agitated and irritated, and so he was aggy. He's ready for a fight. He was just waiting for you to say something that seemed appropriate enough to pop off with, and yeah,
waiting for the pop off. So we hear the story, and it is ridiculously sad. And then it goes on, and then the fucking bow comes out. He's like, "Oh, you want to challenge my prowess? Okay, pick a post, left or right." And he's like, "Oh, all right, fine. What did he say? Right, left? It
Right.
really don't matter." But once he started aiming, he was Marco was literally right there. It's almost like he was trying to play, shoot the apple off the top of.
He was definitely playing chicken. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And he knew that. And Blackthorn starts trying to tell Mariko to move, but she can't.
Mm-hmm.
You might be her boss, but that's her husband right now. This is your house, I get it, but there are still rules of decorum in the game. So no, she can't move. Her husband told her to stay right there.
Mm-hmm.
And the first arrow zips by. And then the second arrow, they super zoom in so you can see there's only like this much space in between that arrow and her nose.
That is true. Work husband.
Past her skin. Work husband.
You right, husband and work husband. Yup.
I mean, pretty well. Work side piece is more like it.
Come on. Sassafras.
So it and he made the shot. We see they don't show it right away, but they do show it later. He absolutely hit the post
twice. Ping ping.
Twice. Both times. Both times. Without no wobbling, no weaving, and we know the man is drunk.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting there. We could see him, starting to sway just a little bit.
Yeah.
But once he had that bone in his hand and he got up,
he get up and start.
That's why I said I think they practiced that shit.
Yeah. So he went up and got the running, and he was like, "This motherfucker," and went to chase after him because you know what I'm saying.
No, he's her boss because of the title that he was given.
Yeah.
Yes, she is the translator, and she was told to be there to help translate between him and the household and whatnot. But low-key, that is still her boss.
Yeah.
And he's just like a sub-boss underling.
Or did he run out of there before, or was this before and after the whooping of the ass?
No, the bows were before, and then
when he got shut down
after that.
So he ran out into the street.
It was after he did the beating, and Blackthorn heard him, woke up, went in there to go stop him. Fuji was already there, like, yo, he left. Gun. It's okay.
She had the gun.
Right.
She could have grabbed the swords. She grabbed the gun.
I would expect her to do nothing less.
Listen, she was like, "I'm gonna grab the thing."
She grabbed the gun because right.
Listen, least effort.
I mean, and that's her uncle, which is the really fucked up shit. Like, bruh, what, get your shit together.
She was like, "Hey, maybe you should calm down."
She didn't want him to go in there for respect of Mariko, which was absolutely 100%. But again, he barges in. Mariko's face is all fucked up, and the gaslighting that was being shown in the argument before he interrupted and came in. Buntara was really in there hitting this woman, talk about this is your fault. What's her fault?
Listen, this fire is about to be my fault because it's about to go up.
What the right? Because you about to really catch this shit. Look, you about to lose your job.
Listen, flame.
You know why? Because I'm about to take your life.
Flame on. It's about to be hot in here.
Seriously,
so many things. So many things.
Look, fucking Drakkar is 3 times over for his ass.
Like, I don't have time for it. And so Blackthorn, being the person that he was like, fuck this shit. Where he at? Where he at though? Where he at though? And runs out him in the street. And here this dude's just laying in the ground like,
sure, JD, I will, bro.
Like, you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
It was the sake.
You think? No, it wasn't the sake.
Honestly, rightfully so. Sake? Say he was like, he wasn't having none of that shit. He was like, nah. Fucking off your knees. Get your ass up. I'm not going to hit a man while he's down on his knees. Get the fuck up and fight me right now. I dare you.
Although,
in that moment, just because of rage, I think he could have won.
However, I don't think so.
However, it wouldn't have been an easy fight. Not at all. Not saying that. But he did have his gun.
That is true, but you got one shot.
So
his old gun.
Well, at that close point, he only needed one.
If he could hit him, because everybody was drinking, including him. He was tooted up when he woke up out of his sleep. He absolutely needed to get his ass beat. I was really hoping that he would have just popped him in the mouth just one good time. Just one time.
Just one good time.
One time, little Johnny.
Because he needs somebody to really bring him into an understanding. Like,
stop playing.
Keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Stop fucking playing. what it boils down to. Stop fucking playing. Thanks.
And then you again see, this is why he's a fuckboy, because you want to just blame your problems or your perceived problems on everyone else. Again, beating your wife and telling her that it's her fault. The incel is real, even in ancient times.
He's such a trash person. But the thing is, I was listening to his to the actor talk while he was dressed as Buntaro, and I was like, my God, number one, he sounds completely different. Number two, he is very skilled with a sword. I was like, wow, y'all was using real swords on the set, so y'all had to be careful.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, y'all.
There's
that.
That's one of the reasons I respect this show so much, because they like took the Jackie Chan model and kicked it up into high gear. So when they are wielding those weapons, they know what the fuck they doing. That's not that. Yeah, half. I just
thought it was funny because they're practicing, they're playing, and they get the real swords. Swords are facing to the ground. Ground.
I will disagree on that because in a proper fight, size doesn't always matter.
No, I trapped somebody in the corner once, and I was 120 pounds.
Yeah,
and it was a dude.
Speed and accuracy.
Dude, I trapped him in the corner at 120 pounds. He was so pissed that he couldn't get out of me. He couldn't get out of there because I had leverage. I had him yoked up in the corner with my knee and my
right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Once you lock that arm, you're not going anywhere. And if you keep trying to struggle, you're only going to choke yourself. So stop it.
He was hurting himself. He was so mad. He was so mad.
Uncle AU, what's going on, John? It's great to see you.
I was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to let go of you now? You're mad. I'm not letting go of you. Now you got to sit here until you're not mad. That sucks for you.
Time and era, especially in Japan. Yeah. The way they are taught, the way they are trained. You just don't step out of line with what. Oh man. It's highly possible if it involves swords. Yeah, he's probably absolutely gonna be dead. However, like I said, he had a gun, even if it only had one thing in there. Boy knows how to shoot.
I've got nothing.
He only needed one.
I've got nothing.
So she say. Yeah, we'll shelve that topic though.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything past 6 because I've been lazy.
Yeah,
and also dealing with this camera that's over here. That's why I keep doing this, because my camera's in the corner.
Maybe at some point we'll get Meeks on for a ginger beer chat, and we'll explore that topic. Oh man. And I know I don't need to say it, AU, but just for everyone else, no spoilers past Ep 6.
That's funny.
Oh man. But anyways, yeah. They do their little thing with Buntaro. Helena. Hello. Yes, I'm glad you can make it. Thank you for coming.
Woo.
Appreciate it. Yes, because we always go in full spoilers on these discussions.
Yeah.
But I was disappointed. I would have liked to see him at least get popped in the jaw one good time. Maybe a busted nose. I feel would have been appropriate. So
I would even take him tripping and falling and busting his face on the ground. That'd make me feel better for a little bit. Something. Like coming up on Craig like Smokey did. Hey, remember this? And trip him up, just a little stumble, little trip and fall. But unfortunately, I felt so bad for Mariko. Like I felt so bad for her because
horrible, and it's his fault that shit happened.
But then I feel like he knew something had happened, but he didn't know something happened. Like he knew that they were he knew that they were close.
Oh yeah, and that closeness was even Fuji even picked up on that off rip. Yeah, and I understand that. I understand that, but the reasons that we'll talk a little bit more about in episode 6, his reasoning is really fucking stupid.
It's not enough.
Talking about I won't even say any more about it because
I mentioned that because because when Blackthorn sees her again, she's sitting in the forest just staring out.
by
She
the
was like,
tree.
listen,
Yeah.
we can't
be
this,
seen together alone
yeah,
anymore.
this can't be anymore. We can't be friendly. We can't be this cordial. We have to keep it professional and work, because at this point, like, anytime we interact with each other, it's gonna piss him the hell off.
It's gonna be a problem. Like, if he wasn't there, there wouldn't be any issues. Exactly. There would not be any issues, because everybody was cool in the house. Wasn't no problems except for this nasty ass bird that he had hanging up outside. But because Buntaro's ass is there, the minute he walked into the house, like,
everybody was like,
in the game received like a level 20 debuff on their morale. Level 20, it's for those of you that don't understand that reference, like, playable characters in these games, RPG games, there's all different levels that you need to upgrade. If you have good morale for your army, that usually means that they got heart and they're probably going to win the fight. But if the morale goes down, that's very bad. That means like they're losing faith in the fight.
Yep.
And that's what Buntaro does. He just takes everybody's freaking morale away.
He was trying to make some kind of like, I don't know. He was trying to make some dish that I just couldn't deal. I couldn't get jiggy with. Like,
I don't understand who. I would like to know who taught him to make this damn dish to where the fucking thing is hanging outside for more than a week. And he
said to give it flavor.
No, see that part. That exactly. Even where you're from, bruh, they know not to leave no freaking dead animal out for a week. That's just
the flavor is
disgusting and rancid. What
the
flavor
is maggots?
Are you getting from that? You know what? Salt is a thing back then. Even if that's the only seasoning y'all had, use fucking salt for that.
The flavor is maggots. Ugh. That's what it is. It adds an extra crunch or some shit. Like, I just could not.
Maybe that's what they do on the ships, and it helps. Although I can't imagine why you would want stinky smells in even tighter quarters.
I just know Fuji was like, "Can we please?" She was every time we saw her, please, please.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't disrespect blue cheese on that. No, blue cheese is actually kind of spectacular if you melt some crumbles on.
He said what he did was against my religion.
Right. You know what though? Just little tidbit about JD that is so fucking real. And I literally just read that, bruv, in your voice. And I say that because if you follow this man on Instagram, you'll see all these delicious meats that he be smoking and grilling like it's his damn full-time job. And it looks delicious.
The things living inside of that.
You know what he's talking about.
Put it in a pot to try to make a soup.
There's flies buzzing all over the thing.
There's maggots in it.
There's maggots creeping in it because the flies have laid eggs. How are you getting the maggots out?
They're not. Those are extra flavor bits. It's the crunch.
I will pass on the rancid rabbit stew.
I will pass out.
Thank you. It's like what's my boy's name on the Nathaniel sees? Where y'all know this dude where he's looking through the blinds. But I'm sure it's looking at the bullshit that everybody's doing. That is what made me think of this nonsense here. Just ew. Nobody wants your disgusting maggot pie.
I don't want that.
And while we're on the maggot pie, when the thing first got brought in, he decided to go hang it up and whatnot, and Fuji was trying to tell him like, that's gonna stink, bro. Like we have a way to preserve it and keep it for a little bit. You can't leave it hanging out here. It's gonna be disgusting.
He's like, it's cool.
And he's like, well, look, it's cool. This is a gift from our Lord to me. Let me prepare it the way it should be prepared. Nobody touches it. Otherwise, death.
You die. Yeah.
And well, someone touched it. And that someone was killed by Fuji's hand because that is the order she was given.
Exactly.
This fuck shit asshole again
tried to blame it on everybody else. Like, sir,
blamed it. You took that man's life over a bird? No, bitch. She took that man's life because you told her that was the rule.
You took that man's life for speaking so cavalierly, sir.
Words are not wind. This is like, and JD will get this reference. This is like going to the land. Words are not win. What you say has meaning.
Yep.
You can't put an order like that on the house.
Yep, and you can't be mad
and then
that you didn't understand,
and then get
you
mad at her that the order was followed through on. And it took Mariko having to tell him, motherfucker, you killed that dude.
You did.
What do you mean? How did I do that? You told her, to my understanding, what the other servants told me is you said if anybody touched that shit, that they have to die. It was against the rule given by the engine, the lord head of the house.
Yep.
They were doing their fucking job. And it just so happened to luck out that we needed to have a dead body anyways.
Listen, Toranaga.
Towards the bigger plan, because Baron, I'm gonna start calling him Baron Scorpion. And that's a Dune reference, Baron Harkonnen. Y'all know his thing, he got plans on plans on plans. That is motherfucking Scorpion right here, and I love it.
He was like, hey, listen, they get ready to discover our birds. Yeah. Like, ooh, they're getting real close. They looking. Yeah. The birds aren't even being healthy.
Well, you know what? You need to give them a spy.
Yeah.
Give them a spy. You're good at your job, bro. You still flying under the radar. I know you got.
You can find one.
You here because I know you can handle this shit. Give him a spy. Take the eyes off of you, and it ends up falling into place because the gardener that Fuji had to kill. It made perfect sense to put a little bit of evidence in his spot. So when Omi and Uncle Shifty went looking, there was the proof right there.
Yep.
And that ended the search.
Yep.
So it ended up working out for the good, but that again, that guy's good at his job. He would have found a different way to do it without someone having to die. But yeah, the poor guy.
I know, right. Yeah. And they said he was sick, so he volunteered himself to do it because he was dying anyways. I was like,
yeah. Well, because he see, and again, that is the responsibility. This man already knew what was going to happen, but he was old and he was sickly. His days literally were numbered because they don't have the medicines that we do. So if you start having too big of a cough, you might be on the chopping block. You're not coming back from that.
You cut your arm on the wrong thing.
Let me get it out the house and put it over here, toss it across over a cliff or something, and then go ahead and do the stabby stab. I got y'all. So when was it Mariko that said it? It was either Mariko or Fuji, I think. But when they were talking about it later, they said well, he got a more honorable death than he would have had he just been sick and died of whatever illness he had.
I think it might have been Fuji.
Which it might have been Fuji, which sounds fucked up, but that's the world that they live in, and that's exactly how shit was. Not jerky. No, I'm gonna pass on the maggot jerky too. No thanks. And yeah, he is an OG. And that's the thing. Scorpion puts his people, his key, very trusted people, in these very low-key places to where they're literally hiding in plain sight. And this man been undercover since the beginning. He was one of the first people that we saw in episode 1. So I think actually he was the first person we saw once they got to Japan. Yep. Right there on a cliff, because he saw the ship coming in looking like the Flying Dutchman, straight out of Bikini Bottom. So, I mean, look, I got no love for the Harkonnens, but you cannot fault some things in that man's game. He was a good tactician until he wasn't, and he got himself dead. Plain and simple. But yeah, we get to this part. They're having a talk, and of course, Scorpion, because he notices shit, he's looking at Anjin, he's looking at Mariko, like, what the fuck is this? What the hell's going on with the two of y'all? Because you assholes are making it fucking obvious. Like, come on, bruh.
He's like,
Right. He's looking back and forth, and he knows she's translating, but there's extra shit that
extra stuff happening
that he's saying, and he's looking at the back and forth. Like, can you?
Why y'all
Whatever
doing
the
it?
fuck y'all's problem is, I don't got time for you right now.
Come on,
figure it out and get done with the shit because we have things to do. Which I appreciate. He's not getting involved. Like, look, look, you motherfuckers, just get your shit together, please,
ma'am. You were supposed to be translating, not telegraphing that ass. We didn't ask for that.
Don't nobody need you to translate your pussy. And you ain't out here to get your dick wet all the time. You're not out here to change any perspectives on how these people live their lives.
Supposed to be working.
That's not your job. You're supposed to be training these men on the cannons. That's it. She don't need to be seeing what you call your cannon. Okay?
Nope. And all these people showed up because this is right around the time when that earthquake happened. Because fuck that.
Yes, and then the earthquake happens, and holy shit! Shut up, Justin. Shut the hell up. I mean, what would you call it, Jackie?
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Yep.
This is like, I mean, she was backing that ass up. I suppose we can say that.
Yeah.
You know, he was cleaning his sword. Swords are cleaned and sharpened with whetstones. I mean, she was wet, so I mean, I'm assuming she was anyway.
It's not things you could say.
It doesn't come with an instruction manual.
But that thing was scary. That earthquake was terrifying. So many people.
And there were ripples happening. Like everybody was going around, but you know, you look at Scorpion and only a few other people, they were looking around because you could hear those rumbles coming deep. And he was looking around, and then all of a sudden, all fucking hell breaks loose, and you just like see the ground rolling.
I was like, man,
that is some scary. I hope I never have to experience an earthquake. Like there apparently was an earthquake in New York not too long ago, a couple weeks. I think
that was so funny because people were like in the middle of doing their TikToks and stuff. Because I'm on TikTok heavy, and people were putting up their clips from that. Because I'm here to talk about. She was like, I'm here to talk about this right here. And the stuff went flying. And she was like, what is this?
I already know what was in the head of every person that felt that.
They was like, what in the hell?
New York. Who the fuck is supposed to be thinking about feeling an earthquake in the boroughs?
Nobody. But it happened.
Nobody, because shit don't happen there.
And just imagine being on the ground when that happened. And they were surrounded by land. My God, it was terrifying watching the ground turned into waves and people just disappearing.
Turn into waves and just sliding off into the ocean.
So the earthquake caused a landslide, and that landslide like hit the army that he just brought. They're gone. Army gone. Town gone.
There's only a few that survived. The town, it wiped out the whole fucking little village that was right there on the outskirts. I sat there and watched that scene. And I was looking like a fish the whole time, like, holy shit.
I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then Toranaga's ass was on the edge, like, oh my gosh. And his ass went, woo. I was like, oh.
Michelle, you in there? Why didn't I know that before now, Mel? Which borough you in? Let me know.
But yeah, luckily, Blackthorn moved quickly.
Why did it have to happen after this show had that scene?
Because they're trying to prepare you.
Look, my biggest conspiracy theory about everything has been, movies, TV shows, all these stories and books and whatnot. People been trying to tell us for the longest, and the majority of people just not paying attention. Manhattan, ma'am, every time I go home, I am in Brooklyn. We are literally a train ride away, okay? I'm gonna need you to hit me on the book face next time I'm in town. Only because I like meeting my YouTube folk. It's always fun.
My gosh.
Had a great time when I met this chick for the first time in person. What was it, 2 years? Yes, you. Because it's only been recently that we actually hung out in person.
Yes. I had to think like 2 years. 2 years for what?
Yeah, because it was just
no,
after.
it wasn't.
No, it was just after Christmas. Because that was my Christmas present for you guys. I made some curry and gave a bowl to Meeks and her two siblings. And I still feel bad. I'm still going to ask you again to send my apologies. I put a little bit too much heat in her sister's bowl, and it ended up not being good. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was good. It was just hot for her.
For her, yeah.
For her. For her. Mm-hmm.
You say Japan is on the ring of fire, which yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I'm surprised California. I know this is a wild tangent, y'all, but I'm surprised California has not broken off already and fucked off to the ocean.
Florida, listen,
Florida too. Like, how are you not your own islands by now?
They are holding. I'm like, all right, y'all.
Crazy. Somebody else lives in Manhattan. Who else lives in Manhattan? Sasuke. I don't know if you know Sasuke from our chat.
I've heard you guys talk about them, but
yep.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty
much. Anyway, that is where this episode ended. Yes, the earthquake,
him digging him out and giving
our Lord being covered up, and again, who's leaving?
I'm off.
I'll see you, Gavin. Always. We'll catch you next time, bruv.
That is true. Miami is swimming. You're about to swim some more with this global warming, melting the ice caps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I won't go into my conspiracy theory on this. We'll save that for a random ass.
Did you see the hailstorm in South Carolina?
I did.
That was bizarre.
South Carolina is one of the warmest places in the U.S.
Bizarre.
But they get hailstorms. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with our climate at all. It's not out of whack at all.
I mean, it was
random coincidences.
Bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we like that information.
Wait, hold on, what's going on?
We like that information.
Oh, you started Fallout?
We like
no prior knowledge. Oh, yes. That is awesome. Okay, so Monday. Did we decide? Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
We're starting Fallout on Monday. I think there's only 6 episodes, so we made 8. I kind of don't want to double up because I don't want us to miss anything.
That's fine. We don't have to,
because they did.
There's plenty of tidbits in every episode.
Like there was very little filler in those 8 episodes.
And as someone who was obsessed with Fallout, it's just amazing.
And yes, I agree. Fallout was awesome. Yeah, so if you're gonna binge it, this weekend would be a great time because we're gonna kick it off on Monday with episode 1. All right, so back to this earthquake. Blackthorn is the first one to jump back into the fray to go and find Scorpion. And and the earthquake was not over when he did that. He just saw that man go down, and he was like, "Nah, bitch, not today, not to fucking day. If you die, that means I'm probably gonna die." Yep. And no, I'm not having that.
Once again, he said, "I'm not dying here." He said what he said.
Did. That said, though, I don't think it was that the sentiment was just him being selfish on that tip.
No.
I think he does truly respect.
Oh no, he definitely does,
and care about this dude. So it's twofold. Does he want to make sure that he stays alive by keeping him alive? Yes. But also, he does have a lot of respect for this.
He was like, we have enough time to go get him. He is not that far. He found his fan, he found his fan. He was like, okay, he's here. He's here.
Even fucking Buntaro again. But Blackthorn was the only one on the boat saying, "Yo, he's right there. We got to go back for him." He was the only one. Everybody else was looking at him like, "The fuck you mean go back?"
They was like, "Wow,
you see the motherfuckers behind him?
He down there."
Like, yeah, but he's right there.
He down
Tell
there.
him to jump and swim over.
Wow, look at that. They're over there.
Yeah, but they were not doing it. Karen, what is going on? Thank you for coming through. We're waiting for it to happen here in Cali. Until it does, we'll just have to make Hollywood movies about it. Yeah.
Any disaster
you know that's exactly what, bruh, dude. That part. I don't know if I'm ever going to work it in, but I would love to do like an apocalypse type movie subsection at some point. And The Day After Tomorrow would be probably number 1 or 2.
I'm team first wave. Team first wave. Out of the first wave.
And Tanya, damn it.
Team first wave. I'll be reborn into this. Man. Team first wave. But JD, I played Fallout 4 and 76. I just bought 1, 2, and Tactics so I can try it for the first time. And then if I can't get those to work, or if the mechanics don't work out for me because they're PC games, I'm going to go to 3 in New Vegas. But Baldur's Gate, I'm almost done.
Yeah, I was about to say, both you and Meeks are playing Baldur's Gate right
230 hours so far in Baldur's Gate. So
understandable. Yeah, the only thing I knew about Fallout before this is like I didn't play any of the bigger games, but I do play Fallout Shelter, and that's the one where you're strictly just planning life in the vault, going out and doing raids, fighting off all of the death creatures and the ghouls and all of that. But it did help having some of that knowledge for watching Fallout. It was pretty cool. Anywho, there was a regift. There was a regift. This very last one.
Yeah.
Very last point in the episode is he took the swords out, even though he knows now that these swords are not heirlooms.
Yep.
He's still at this moment, again, quick on thinking on his feet in the moment.
He knows
he understands what giving a gift like that would mean.
And the symbol of him not having his weapons mean as well. Because that's really important for him as a leader.
Yeah,
to not
like you disarmed yourself in front of your lord. So yeah, that's a complete 100% trust move. So it's like, yeah, I was out of pocket. My bad. I get it. Here you go.
Not even that. I'm just talking about like he knows how important it is for Tornaga to have swords. Because as a leader, he needs to have those swords. Very true. And so his swords being lost in the earthquake could be like a bad omen, could be something bad. He was like, no, you got your swords. You've got your swords here.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really, really nice.
Which is so horrible because I can almost guarantee those swords he were carrying were family heirlooms. They were literally like freaking Dark Sister and Blackfire. Those were
they
family
just in the ground
heirlooms.
now. Somebody gonna find them.
And now they going, about 200-300 years go by.
Somebody got swords. They got them because you ain't got them no more. The ground ate that. It just opened up and ate everything. Like, my goodness. Ridiculous.
And Carceo Blackthorn is the only one who doesn't yet understand that death is in the very air. Right. And again, Mariko has already told him this. We live and we die. Those are the only two things we have control over. And sometimes not even that.
Like, listen, everything's trying to kill us. The air, the water, the earth.
It's even people, in the air.
Animals.
And it takes having to go through this very harrowing. No, actually, Mina, they were not. They were
just random ass swords.
Her grandfather went to buy those from just some random merchant that was selling them for super cheap. But they told Fuji that because they wanted her to keep some bit of dignity and innocence within herself. Everybody knows those swords are cheap ass knockoffs. But no one's telling that to Fuji because of all the shit that she's already been through. She deserves just that little bit of decorum.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. Oh, cool. Awesome, Caroline. Yeah, it's a fun little game. It's very easy to navigate, but
listen, that's important. Fun. Okay, Jackie, I'm terrified of that thing too.
Like, than death itself, right? Because that's their culture. That is absolutely their culture.
Bird bringing the flies and the death to my door. Like, get this thing out of here. Bruh. It could bring other animals that will eat it. Like,
yo, we're not in the apocalypse yet.
I don't know what other animals y'all have, but if you go out to the campgrounds and you leave out something like that, them bears is coming. Bears,
it's gone in the morning.
Whatever.
Who gave you the recipe though?
They're gonna be at the door like knock. Like, you left one out here last night. You got to put another one on the table. That's the
it.
plate's here. The plate's here. Yeah, but it was a really good political move. Like, it was just a good move all around for him to get the swords.
It was.
It really was.
All right.
But yeah, that was episode 5, wasn't it? That's the last thing that happened.
Yep, that was it. Yeah. Go and kick off episode 6. Let me get a couple of screens.
If I can remember episode 6, I literally just looked at it so I wouldn't forget, and I forgot. Hold on, what happened in episode 6? I literally can't even remember how episode 6. It was a flashback. It was a flashback. It started in a flashback. That's right.
It started off with the flashback of Mariko and her sister.
This episode. Kids. Are they okay? So they're sisters.
Episode, yes. That's the suggestion I got. It is possible that maybe I forget her name. What?
Oh, I call her Ochia or something like that.
Yeah.
Oichi.
I want to say Ochiba.
I think Ochiba. It sounds about right.
Something like.
Hold on, let me see.
It's either she was adopted into the family or that is her actual blood sister. Like they completely grew up together. I remember that. They were raised as sisters. Okay. So yeah, so the guy that was forming the marriage pact, that was Mariko's dad, but they had taken in Ochiba from since they were children, so they grew up together.
Yeah, it's Ochiba. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why he left the damn pheasant out that long too. Like, what do you mean? He said it needs to, sit for at least a week. What the fuck do you mean a week? If we were in the woods, it wouldn't have even sat for that many hours because some random predator would have came and ate it. What just? Ugh. I need to have a drink on that one. Ugh.
I'm just like.
I mean, we not though, okay? We don't have to survive on suspicious meats yet. All right, give that bird to the cook. Let the cook handle it, and you just go sit down and wait until they tell you dinner's ready. Pinche cabron. Ugh, so gross. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we started episode 6 off with what is flashback. The first steps and talks of a betrothal pact for Mariko, and he presents her to the boy's dad as a child. She's very prim and proper. She's moving the way her mama has taught her the decorum is supposed to go. And we even see, like, it gave me a little bit of a Noxana Moon.
Girl, I was waiting for you to mention it. The mummies, yes.
The mummies. Training. That was exact. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I know that reference. I understood that.
She was handling her. She was handling her.
And she was handling it. See, that it was such it was great. Like, you could line those scenes up very clearly. Nefertiti is Mariko, and Ochiba is Noxana Moon, and Mariko is the younger of the sisters, and she was handling that. Like, almost embarrassingly so. Like, damn, Ochiba, come on, girl, do some push-ups, step your game up, harness your chi.
But you could see how confused Mariko was about what's going on. Like, she didn't want to have to leave. She didn't understand why she was doing this. She didn't really understand, and nobody was telling her what was going on. Her dad and Toranaga were like doing stuff together, but you couldn't figure out really what from the pieces that they were showing you.
Even walking in on that argument that was going on, because I think that was like the beginning stages of the planning for. Yeah, because I was like,
I had to remember that her father, Mariko's father, was the one who killed the previous king.
He killed the previous king. Yep.
Okay, and because of that, he had to kill himself. And did he have to kill his family except for her because she was married off already, or did somebody else kill them and then kill him? I can't remember how that goes. I want to say they made him kill everybody, but I could be misremembering that. Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
If y'all remember, let me know. I'm fairly certain that they made him off everybody, and Mariko and Ochiba were only spared because they already had betrothal pacts locked in.
What?
And Mina saying, that's what happens. The decaying process not only makes it easier to skin and feather the bird,
no, Jackie,
but it also tenderizes the meat. You know what else tenderizes meat? Salt water.
No.
You can go. Actually, you don't even. It doesn't even have to be salt water. It's almost like rice, and you can also wet age.
Left it outside.
Meat. I mean, JD he can probably expound on the whole aging process because
he left it outside.
That's his wheelhouse. But he left the shit outside.
I can't. He left it outside.
Again, just.
He left it outside. Okay, her daddy had to kill his siblings and wife and them. Okay.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember in The Wheel of Time with I forget his name, but our most hated brother of the White Cloaks, when they first showed him and he was eating the bird that had been marinating in wine with the bones and all, because the bones are cut your cheeks and the blood adds like to the flavor of the overall thing, and it's supposed to be a delicacy, but no, thank you. I don't want my food to cut my mouth.
I don't want to bleed in my food.
Yeah, I don't think that that's proper seasoning. No.
Yucky.
If I want more salt, I'll just sprinkle a little bit on.
Yucky.
Ew.
Yuckies.
Head pride of place. Yeah, nope, we're not doing that. And yeah. So yeah, they made her dad kill the whole family except those two, and then commit seppuku, which forgets sentencing him to seppuku. He would have done that willingly.
Anyways,
just fine. You made this man
killed
murder
his like, come on.
family.
So I'm just like,
ugh. Brine. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's why I said salt water, because that's just what quickly came to mind. But yeah, you can make a brine for that. You don't need to just leave it sitting out to the elements. Gross.
So we got to see all of that, and then we jumped back into the present, and it was just Blackthorn being gifted stuff after having like a group funeral for everybody lost.
A semi-fiefdom. Yeah.
And you know who was real
just
pissed?
Got more power.
Uncle Chef was mad.
Mm-hmm.
Nephew was mad.
They're looking like, what the fuck? Both of their face, yo, the haterade was strong.
It was in this
haterade was so strong, like
it was in.
And you know, Buntaro was also in his feelings. He was just sitting there looking like
staring. Like I helped too.
Like it took a second. He had to check himself and fix his face.
I helped too. You know? I didn't get anything.
Yeah, his son. Yeah, even his son. What is that damn little boy's name? I'm gonna call him like 00 negative.
I was calling him Junior because I'm like, I don't remember his name. That's what you know what?
Scorpion the Second.
What is his name? Hold on.
Right, when he gave him more, like he already had titles.
Nagakato.
But then he got another title.
His name is Nagakato.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that.
No, me neither. I told you, Junior. Listen, they was real hot about that fiefdom.
Big mad. Big, especially after the last episode where his son had to be told to go sit in the fucking corner and think about what the fuck you just did.
Okay. So question, not only did they give him that, they gave him command of the cannons. So did they take the command away from nephew, or did he put him in charge of nephew? Okay.
I think the power got taken from Uncle Shifty, and it's now all on Blackthorn.
Okay, that's what I thought.
My understanding. If someone else has a different perspective, please let me know.
So the nephew is no longer in charge of the Canon regiment, and he's not in charge of the nephew in charge of the Canon regiment. Okay,
correct. Yeah,
I was like,
whatever happens with the cannons, he's the general. He's the one that's going to put that play into the plans.
Wow. I know he was hot. He was like, everything I thought I had, I don't have anymore. I was like, yeah, and now you're stuck out here, so you can't even go back there if you want to. You can't even go back there.
You can't play both sides.
You played yourself.
This is what happens when you try to play both sides.
You played yourself. You should have made your decision earlier. You should have stuck with it and not been playing both sides.
You know what? Technically, he did choose a side. He just chose the wrong side. And now you got caught up in your shadow games. And so did your nephew.
Nephew.
Honestly, I'm waiting for Omi to be executed. I don't know what it's going to be for, but I feel like some shit's going to go down and he's going to get put on the chopping block.
Yes.
Because he's not as smart as he thinks he is. That's his problem. He's really very quickly trying to be an up jump right now.
He's trying to be big brain. You're not big brain enough.
Even outshadow Uncle Shifty. I don't think it's going to end well for him.
No, I don't think so either. But after that, didn't they just go back and
let me see.
They really couldn't be like, because their whole relationship changed, because we were going back and forth from the past to the present. Because I know what happened. We went to the city with Ishida, and we saw him talking to the technically. What is she? Is she like
Lady
the queen?
Okiba.
Is she like the queen regent?
She's the mother, kind of queen regent. She's the mother to the heir, so that's what makes her so important. So yeah, I think she's kind of acting in regents, but I don't think, like, if it comes to absolute political decisions, I don't think she has a whole huge say. Like she can't just like write something into law. I don't think
but she can maneuver.
power,
She can.
But they
She can
are
maneuver
going.
pieces.
Yeah, she can maneuver things, right? And that's actually what one of the our Portuguese guy, the cleric, I call him, what the friar. What he is trying to tell people, like, the reason that all of these things are ramping up now, how they're really seriously pushing to impeach Scorpion, it's because of her.
Yes.
And because she is now returned to the capital city.
Yeah.
And
we don't really.
The funny part about that, when she first got back, like her son was right there as soon as she got out the carriage. And then next up behind him was his grandma. Well, technically stepmother,
technically.
She could, but they have they from what I've seen, they have a very loving relationship between the boy and her.
Yep.
And as soon as she started talking, and again, she knows the decorum. She's minding her P's and Q's. She's being polite and whatnot. It's no shade at all. But as soon as she starts speaking, the camera pans over to Ochiba, and the smile just like fades away. And I was looking like, once I recognized that was the little girl with Mariko, I was like, oh, okay, the game is afoot. It makes some things fell into place right then as to why they're pushing so hard for this.
Well, I was a little confused.
She blames him for something.
I was like, I didn't understand why at first she was so gung ho against Toranaga. I was like, well, because first of all, I was like, okay, so hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to connect the dots. Like, okay, this and that. But I'm like, why is she so mad at Toranaga? Like Toranaga was there, and he had a good relationship with her father, as far as she knew. So why was she so hell bent on just getting him the hell out of there? Not everybody else. Not the whole council, but him the fuck out of there. So,
and why can't she see that he's the only one that's truly trying to protect her son?
Exactly. And I'm like, you see the relationship he has with your son, and everybody else is trying to gather power. Like, I don't get it. What's going on? Like, girl,
and the
only reason you're there is because they know the importance of this boy. And you are important to him. You're not important to nobody else. Otherwise, they can get you the fuck out of there.
Yeah, Jackie, she doesn't have, again, like she doesn't have the power to like make any laws or to like just change whatever ways of life to how she wants it. But what she does have, to put it simply, is clout. So anything with that boy right now, because of how young he is, you got to go through his mama. Anything and that really has to do with the royal seat or anything, she's the placeholder.
Me neither. I'm so confused.
She can't run a whole lot, but she does hold weight, and that's what the good friar was actually trying to say. Don't underestimate her. I've been here for a while, okay?
And he was like, she's got breast,
power.
She's a woman. Who cares about that? She's a woman.
That's
and he was like,
and that's where, like, okay, I understand that she's a woman. However, what I'm telling you is the way the culture is set up
over here, that she actually has
over here. She do got some weight.
Yeah, she do hold weight.
Stop doing this nonsense.
Yep. And so he was suggesting that they team up with Toranaga to go ahead and like try to get them out of there.
He was totally against that. Yeah.
I don't think he would have gone for it.
It's going to be revealed. It is going to be like the full thing is going to be revealed. I don't think it was in this episode.
Of what?
Of why she's so pissed off at him specifically.
At the end, it says what she thought happened, or her idea of what happened. But I don't know if that's truly. I still don't know for sure.
There's more explanations coming.
Because I'm like, listen, this don't make no sense to me. How you're backing these people, and you're like, oh, you guys don't even do anything. You're just puppets. You're just figureheads. But I'm like, man, what are you trying to do? I need you to take this point, and let me know what you're trying to
the directions you're trying to go and why.
Let me know what we're doing, because I'm like, ma'am, I don't think you're doing what you think you're doing. You're setting your son up for failure. That's what you're doing, in my opinion. You're taking the one person out who is protecting him, and you have two people who don't even give a shit. They want him dead anyways. And then you have two other people who are just trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. And matter of fact, out of the two people who aren't with the church, one of them is literally doing his job and not paying attention to the shit around him. That got his ass out of there. Yep. Because he was doing his job.
Because He wasn't trying to be corrupt and moving shifty like everybody else.
Yeah, and that's why I was so confused.
That
like, why would you not back Toranaga? Like, why would you just doing your job not back Toranaga? It makes no sense. I don't
understand. And it, like, in her bitterness, she's just completely blinded herself to everything. And I don't get it because, like they said, her presence does hold weight, and she knows the worth of what she is. Why can't you see that you're directing your energies in the wrong place, though?
Yeah,
girl, it really does baffle the mind. Like,
leaving her son
like
all
I said, there are reasons coming, but it's there's a lot to take in there.
Leaving her son completely unprotected. It makes no sense.
No one really does. No one really does. But there's one person that thinks they know what's going down, and he's going to try to make a small power play where she's just concerned. Like, it's kind of funny the way that goes to me.
And so Ishida is just over here just following instructions, like, oh, she wants me to do this, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, sir, what is your purpose? Why are you doing this? Why are you specifically doing this? I understand that the other guy was just doing his job. The other two want the church in charge so they can have a bigger piece of the pie financially. And what is your motivation, sir? I don't understand why you're doing all this.
Himself.
So, because I know you're not protecting the air, because you can't be. You can't believe that what you're doing is protecting the air.
Exactly. His goal, his goal is to go straight for power, which means ruling, which means you got to get rid of the heir. Not only do you need to get rid of the heir, but you would honestly need to take out at least 3 generations of his family to cut that out. Because after the heir, it's still not going to be you or anybody else on the council. It's going to be whatever cousins or siblings that he may have out there, even if they're half siblings.
Yep. I think she is hoping to start a war. I think she is. I think she just at this point wants chaos. That's definitely one of her goals. And I understand why chaos can be used as a weapon, but why though? Why is that the only route you think you can take? Everyone says they're working to protect the heir. Kind of. It's actually that's kind of a Fallout tie-in, because in that show, somebody acts like, well, what happened around here? And dude was like, well, the same thing that happened everywhere. Everybody wants to save the world, and they all have different ways of doing it. And sometimes those ways clash, and we end up with this shit. Yeah, attempting little finger, kind of like fat thumb.
Very attempting. Yeah,
very fat thumb.
I haven't seen enough results yet to put her on that level.
It's like long ring finger. Like, we don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
because the moves don't make sense to me. When it starts making sense, I might be like little finger, but for right now, she's a fat thumb or a long ring finger. Like, she's one of these.
One of the two, maybe both.
One of the two. Yeah, but in this episode, is this the one where Buntaro gets yelled at for?
Yes, that's actually the note that I just put my eyes on, because he comes in trying to talk that bullshit to our Lord Scorpion, whining about how it's Mariko. She's just always so cold. Like, I've tried to love her and show affection. Like, motherfucker, you did what?
I'm sorry, how?
When?
How? Where?
You forcing her to live when she is trying to do the honorable thing because of the quote unquote stain of her family. And then that stain somewhat being reflected on you because you're married to her. She's trying to go ahead and just take that out. She doesn't even really want to be with you. She doesn't want to cause you any issues at all. She just wants to go back to her family. And her way to do that is by herself committing seppuku. And you,
not being here.
Like Mariko said, he doesn't want me to do that. He orders me to live because he knows how much of a punishment it is for me. And you got the nerve to be over here crying because she's cold to you? Motherfucker, you put your hands on her probably every other fucking day. Like, why the hell would she want to fuck you?
Anybody got time for you?
And mind you, even with all that, she has done her duty and she gave you a fucking heir. You have a son. Okay? Right, that you don't even fucking care about. What the fuck do you mean she's the one that's cold? You literally have one of the baddest fucking bitches in the damn realm, and you treat her like shit, and you mad that she doesn't want to love you? You mad that she doesn't?
Yes. He was like, Toranaga was like, I ain't got time for Toranaga.
And like, Scorpion was not having it. You know what? If she's really that much of a fucking problem,
divorce her.
Stop the bullshit and be done. It's simple. Like, what the fuck are you here crying for? If you really don't like her like that, you can get rid of her. She can go and be with somebody else. Matter of fact, why don't you actually go ahead and sign the papers now? Because that's my chick. Okay, I didn't help create her at all, but that's my girl right there. All right, you keep fucking around, you're gonna find out. Divorce her and let her go, or could just fucking act right.
I could just hear how much he wanted to stand
that he gave him that
and stomp. He wanted to be like, but he can't do that.
He wants to get like his best Napoleon Dynamite. Like, oh god, nah, that shit is not going to fucking fly.
He was like, fine.
You have been throwing shade.
Stay away from her for 7 days. How about that? Stay the fuck away from her.
And he's mad that he has to do that.
And he gets up and turns around and sees hers, and I was like, I would punch you.
Again with the fucking gaslighting. You're blaming her for the issues that you caused. If you would have treated her better, the way a husband should be treating a wife,
yes,
you would not have any of this coldness that you're talking about. Like,
Tornaga's like, my army's been destroyed. I done lost my actual swords. I gotta figure out how to keep my son.
Right.
My son ain't following instructions. I got a dude on my team who's trying to trade all the time. Like, now I gotta deal with you and your shit.
And so I already got to deal with the fucking man child that is the Anjin. And I understand I'm the one that gave him those titles because I know he could do the shit, but he's still a fucking little boy in his brain, just like your dumb ass, and just like my fucking son.
We just got this man to wash. He's washing every day. And now I got to do
every day now without complaint. He's walking around with clean clothes now. And now he's doing better. He's learning the decorum to be around all these troops. You know, the folks actually like this guy. You motherfuckers are the only one that don't like him. And why? Because y'all trying to start fucking shadow beef.
Like, we don't.
I don't got time for your fuck shit.
So he was like, send him away. And he was like, hey, Mariko, I'm going to need you to take him down to the brothel. Because if things aren't thinging the way I think they're thinging, they need to be thung somewhere else. Because this shit right here ain't
somewhere else. And he can't be thinging with you. Okay? I'm not going to give you no flack on that. I get it. I understand. But take this motherfucker to the brothel so he can go ahead and get his dick wet and calm the fuck down, okay? Because you can't do that for him.
Confused me because I was like, okay, so did he send him and her to the brothel so that him and her can get together in the brothel house when nobody can see because they're not supposed to be telling shit? Or was it a test to see if they were going to do it again and be a problem? Because if it was a problem that was going to continue, he was going to have to kibosh that problem. So I was like, is it a test or was he really trying to have you like knock one out? Like,
no, I don't think he was making it so they would have some place to go to do that because legit they could have done that anywhere.
Well, no, not anymore with Buntaro. No,
not in the house. Not in the house.
I mean, period. Buntaro is watching always now. Period. He's going to be watching her like a hawk because he already suspects something.
If they would have both disappeared and they weren't both with the Lord, right. So no, I don't think he was trying to give them a place to be private. Okay. I don't think he approves of any type of cheating like that. But again, he gets it. He I think it's unspoken, but you could see in their interactions, he understands. He's not going to give her no flack for that.
Here's what really confused me even more.
Blackthorn needs to be controlled more than him, I think.
The courtesan more confused me more because when she was in that room, she like peeped the vibes. She peeped it. Yeah. And then when she made her speech about
Mariko if she wanted to join.
Yes, but that was, and she said no. And so she sat behind her. And the way that Blackthorn was sitting, when he looked up, he couldn't see the courtesan. He could only see Mariko. And she was relaying the information that was being told. So it was like she was telling him that her body was ready, like a hot pocket. She didn't put it in the microwave. She's warm.
That right there, that is why I said fucking Omi's dumbass doesn't seem to realize for whatever reason that he's paying for the girlfriend package. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
She don't love you. She's getting her bag. And
Yes.
she's doing the same thing here with the engine, making sure that everything is on the level she's trying to get into his head, make sure the tingles are sifting and the blood
Mariko was tingling
appropriate places.
She could barely,
and she knew using Mariko, even if Mariko was just fucking sitting there. Look, Jackie, you've been on Ginger Ale and Tony's After Dark streams with me when I was on the panel. Okay,
I have to turn this fan on,
guys, ma'am.
I have to. You're gonna hear a tink 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 in the background.
You know what? You always say that when your fan's on, and we never hear anything.
Listen, when I have the recording going, I can hear the tink 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 tink.
Well, yeah, because you're in the room. It doesn't. It doesn't for whatever reason. It doesn't pick up.
I mean, when I'm editing, I can hear it as I speak. Like every time I speak, it's like tink 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 tink, and it drives me insane. But listen, I'm just saying that
it's nuts.
The way she was relaying the information diagonally, so she can be out of sight and say all these things that was making Mariko feel like she had to wiggle.
Because she has the skill that Blackthorn does not. She knows how to read the room. And she can already, because again, she's a skilled lover. This is her job. This is her craft. And she's reading the signs and potents. And she's like, oh, okay, this might be a little easier than I thought. And I wouldn't put it past her on the real to also have a little bit of attraction towards Mariko, because have y'all seen Mariko? Because
she was definitely in the back, like
Mariko, she was also eyeing, like,
please translate what I'm saying. I said, me. Last night, I was inside of you. Last night, I was inside of you. You're right. Yes, and I saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the river. I saw heaven when I made sweet love to you. Yes, I remember. Like, she was in the corner having her recite that.
Yo, I don't fault her. I do not fault her. She is about the bag. I'm not gonna stop no woman from going to get her bag.
She was like, "Baby, just sit diagonal."
Nobody's so being hurt. Everybody in the room is consenting to what is happening. Ain't no laws being broken, obviously, because everybody knows that's the whorehouse. Okay, they allowed to be there for that. So
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Exactly. What happens in the tea house stays in the tea house.
Listen, so I was just like, okay,
get comfy,
all
right, legs up.
All right.
I mean, and then she went home, legs up, put them back, tie them up. However you want to do it.
And then the next morning they come out and they're doing their hello, goodbye, goodbyes. And you see old Omi in the corner being like, does my bitch.
This motherfucker got the nerve to call baby Scorpion 2.0 a little bratty child. You're sitting over here crying over a woman you have to pay to spend time with you.
He was like, does
your mama know you going to that tea house? Because I guarantee you, if y'all was in our world, she would be mad at you if you weren't home before the streetlights came on.
Do you remember the Revenge of the Nerds, like the first movie?
Which one? Yes.
The very first movie when they had the carnival and they were trying to get as much money or as many people in the line as possible, and they were trying to figure out why the nerds had so many people in their lines for a pie.
Yep.
And so the guy got the pie and he was like, well, what's pie taste like? Well, I mean, it tastes like a pie. It's fine.
It's good. And it wasn't nothing but some whipped cream.
With a picture.
Stan's girlfriend in a bikini.
And he was like,
that's at the bottom. He was like, oh,
that's my pie. That's what he was like. That's why he was over at the corner. Like, that's my pie.
You thought that was your pie. And I love the Revenge of the Nerds movies. However, there's one thing, just because you brought it up and it just popped in my memory. There's one thing I will say, that fucking scene with them at the nighttime pep rally carnival thing that they were doing, where Lewis lost his virginity in the moon room. That was not a consensual act.
No, it wasn't.
She thought she was with somebody else. So fuck all of those old movies that did this shit and thought it was cool.
And I love the Revenge of the Nerds. I love
one sidebar on taking care of women. But all right, I am a girl's girl all the way.
That's not okay.
No, it's not. That's not okay. She thought you were someone else, bro. That was rape. Okay.
But I like number 2 with No on 16. That rap, No on 16. Yeah. Yeah. No on 16. Wicked. In case you forgot how old we are. In case you forgot how old we are.
Exactly right. Yeah, we totally just aged ourselves right there. And you know what? Damn it, we should have did that movie for your birthday.
What?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen it forever.
Comedy. I haven't either.
I think there's 3 of them.
There's 4 actually. If I remember correctly, there's 4. I think 3 was like the last one with the original class, but I do believe there was a part 4. He's like a modern man trying with some OnlyFans. For real. And yeah, JD, you're right. He's in love with the hooker and he don't even know it. I don't understand how you don't know that though, bruh. The only time you hook up with this chick is at the tea house. Like, come on, man.
Oh man.
So you haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds movies? Wait.
What?
At all?
Please. The first 2, golden.
Please. Can I ask it might be a personal question. I don't know. Are you a male or female? Because I can't tell by your name. And I don't mean that in any disrespect. I just want to address you with the pronouns that you want to be addressed with.
Oh my goodness.
Male. Okay, thank you. You see, you know what? Your name kind of reminds me of Chiron from Greek mythology. So kudos.
I forgot Courtney Thorne Smith was in the second one. My gosh.
Courtney Thorne Smith. Who's Courtney Thorne Smith?
She was from 90210. No, she wasn't. Melrose Place. Sorry, Melrose Place.
Oh, dude, 90210 and Melrose Place were the fucking double-decker hit punch on prime time back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, what?
I should have been watching that.
Show was
we
on.
just keep dating ourselves.
Damn. We probably should not have been allowed to watch 90210 or Melrose Place, especially when we were kids.
That girl was, listen, one of these chicks was just blowing up stuff every single time. Every single time she had a problem, she was blowing up the damn hotel or the apartment complex. Yes, Porky's is real bad. Porky's is real bad. Porky's is real bad.
I watched Porky's for the first time when I was 10.
Porky's is real bad. Porky's is real bad. That's the reason why I refuse to use a shower.
If you've seen Porky's, you know a damn 10-year-old should never have been seeing that movie at that age.
Like, why do they call him Meat?
Why they call him Meat? You know what's another one? Dazed and Fucking Confused.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
They had them poor little 8th grade girls in there doing stupid ass tasks, and one of the things, what the hell did the girl, the question at they're like, would you date me or something? And mind you, she has to say this to the senior boys at the school, and the one dumbass was like, oh, I mean, I don't know, do you spirit swallow? And she doesn't know what the fuck that means. So you know, one of the older girls just like smacks him upside the head. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, no, fine. It's cool. You don't got to answer your that question, but go like this.
Listen, all of these things are wild. Capital W. Little wild.
However, wow. Dazed and Confused does still remain one of my fave. What would they call it?
There's a lot of stuff.
Like a cult classic.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we should have been watching. Like,
dude, Crocodile Dundee had me thinking that I could just go to the Outback.
All I needed to know what the knife was. No, that's a knife. That's all I needed to know.
No, that's a knife.
That's all I needed.
Okay. Well, you know what? Y'all in the chat, let us know if you want to see me and Meeks talk about some of these old school movies. Let us know, because we can totally carve out a segment for that, like over the summer. Do it as a summer special, maybe.
It's the reason why when people come to my channel to request things, I'm like, listen, I don't think you understand. I've seen it.
Like all of the things. Remember how I told y'all I don't know when Meeks sleeps?
I have seen it. I spent my whole life watching shows. I have seen it
all the time. I was lucky enough because even though my mom was West Indian, and I don't know if y'all know West Indian families like I do, but they're very, very, very overly strict on some things. But my mom never capped me on media. Any type of music I wanted to listen to, cool. Any movies that they were watching. The one time I remember my mom sending me and one of my cousins, like one of my stepdad's sister's kids. They sent us to bed because they're about to watch like this rated X 80s vampire movie that was supposedly like really ramped up, and it was literally halfway porn. It was not the Caligula movie, in case you're wondering. But she said, look, he's asleep. Yeah, and our doors were on opposite ends of the hallway. If you want to crack the door open a little bit to watch, you can. But if you hear or you see him moving around, shut the damn door, because I'm not getting in trouble for y'all. And that's basically it. We watched that movie like 2.5, 3 hours. We were sitting there with a crack on the door, one eye out. And the room was angled perfectly so we could look in past the dining room and into the living room and see the TV.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I just when I was about 13, 14, they released the restrictions, so I watched whatever.
Okay, wait, what do you mean that Dracula movie? I don't remember what the name it was, but I know that the one scene that always stands out in my memory is there was a female vampire and she was about to get it on with a dude that was laying on this stone slab, and she bit his dick. And that's where she drew the blood from. I don't remember the name of the movie. That is the only part that has stayed in my brain. And what was that? I was like 12, maybe, when I saw that. Oh man, dude. I'm saying adventures through our childhood. We can make a whole blog about that. I understand, Meeks. I understand.
I'm trying to think of what that is. I'm like,
I don't know. I do not remember what the movie is. And yeah, and not even just like a regular chomp chomp chomp. You know, maybe you're just gonna lightly graze your teeth over that. I don't know why you would do that anyway. It's ew. That I don't think that feels good. Teeth feel good down there at all. But yeah, fangs out, just chomp. Yeah. I don't know. And that was a wild ass tangent. How do we get here from just talking about the Revenge of the Nerds? Shit.
Well, because it reminded me of him being of Omi being like, oh, outside with that's my pie, and I had to make that distinction because it's very important.
Yeah,
because I have references that people don't get unless I explain them, so I had to explain the memory.
Tangents, y'all. Okay. Y'all have been here before. This is what we do. And that's also, I'm gonna give a shout out to JD on that, because if I say this is what we do, he already knows what that's a reference to. Love you, bro. Oh man. Okay, get it out your mind. Get it out your mind. Core memory. Yeah. It's strange, some of the core memories that I have from childhood. Oh man. All right, but back to Shogun. We are actually like halfway through the ep right now. Blah blah blah. Mariko ordered steak black. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We just got to the whole brothel escapade, and the conversation between I don't remember the lady's name, and I don't want to call her Madam Tea House. I think that just sounds absurd. I will call her Discount Lucy Lou, because if you remember a little movie called The Man with the Iron Fist, Lucy Lou was the head madam at the tea house. She was badass. So I will always rep that. Have you seen it? What is the face? Have you not seen that movie?
I'm just, I Googled it, and I think I have seen it.
Googled what?
The penis movie.
What movie?
The vampire.
What is it?
Hold on. I just closed.
What's the name of it? I'm about to Google it right now. Let me share with the class.
It says
what is
there's Vampire's Kiss and Lair of the, hold on, White Worm.
Vampire's Kiss, Lair of the White Worm. No, Vampire's Kiss is Nicolas Cage. Nope, I would have remembered if it was Nicolas Cage. What's the other one? White Worm.
Lair of the White Worm.
1988 film. Okay, that sounds promising. Because it was about that era. Hold on, let me okay. You might be right. Hold on, let me share. Let me pull this screen out and share with the class. Okay, vampire tangent. All right, we'll get back to Shogun in a moment. Take this as an intermission. If you need to go refill your drinks or refill your snacks, go ahead and do that while we're looking at some of these old vampire things here. Let me make sure I got the right window up. Boom. Okay. So, Lair of the White Worm.
Is that Hugh? Is that Hugh? You know what I'm talking about.
Grant?
Thank you.
Where?
Right there. That looked like Hugh Grant.
Oh shit! That is Hugh Grant. I think this might be a movie. Okay.
She ate his white worm apparently.
Look, those fangs like that, and again, it is a chick, so it makes sense that she would have been the lead vampire biting dicks off.
She over here looking like, what's her name? Lisa Stanfield. Been around the world and
Why no? Don't sully Lisa Stanfield's name like that.
That's what she looked like. I can't find my baby. I don't know when. I don't know why. Look at her.
Can I share maybe a controversial thought since you brought up Lisa Stansfield? Dude, back in the 80s, we had some really bomb-ass Caucasian sisters in the music game. And I miss that because it's not a whole lot of them out here doing things now.
But I'm gonna find him.
Dude, her, Taylor Dane, what's her name? Tina Marie, Debbie Gibson, bruh.
Look at that music. That's hilarious. Look at baby Hugh Grant.
Look, see that. I think this is the thing.
Hugh Grant, not her stepping on it with the heel.
Right? What? Wait a minute.
Y'all should have been watching that.
Like Ron Weasley, though.
Y'all shouldn't have been watching that. This is adult.
I said it was like I think it was deeper than rated R. You never watching it.
Those are like snake. Those are like viper fangs. Tangents.
I'm sorry.
I did it again. Once again, it's
no
my
biting in Shogun. That you know what that reminds me of. Meeks, say the line. I know you're reading my mind right now.
What? No crying in baseball?
No biting in Shogun. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of. There's no crying in baseball. The house on the left. No, that is a more recent film.
It was remade. It's a remake. The original one is from the 70s. Remake,
but, but it wasn't this though.
Both of them are still
about that movie. Remake.
Both of them.
And the fangs were extreme. Yeah, and I feel like that's why it's stuck in my brain.
That's hilarious.
One vampire movie that I've seen was Camilla, Lesbian Vampire. I will look that up. I've not heard of that movie. I'm here for the Lady Les love all day.
I did it to myself, and now this song is going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the night.
What song? Lisa Stanfield?
Been around the world.
I did it to yourself. You did it to yourself.
I did it to myself.
But I will say I am probably going to put on a Taylor Dane playlist after this is out. Probably sprinkle in a little bit of Paul Abdul as well.
I did it to myself.
All right. I mean, luckily we are near the end, and usually near the end episodes is where we have our tangent episodes, anyways. So we zoom in a little bit here on Ochiba, and
she had a conversation with Ishida, right?
Yeah, she's talking with Ishido.
I keep calling him Ishida. I'm gonna keep that name because that's what I remember him as.
If that's what you remember, that's what you remember.
Yes.
Which is exactly why I either call our Shogun Lord Scorpion or Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The widow, my note is the widow has the council in a chokehold. The church doesn't like the situation. And technically it's not the whole church. It's just that one friar that's paying attention that has been there the longest and knows how the leading families move.
Yeah,
and he's totally being ignored by his, and I think that's going to be to their detriment by the end of this season. Mm-hmm. Are we slated to get a season 2 for this?
I don't know. I googled it and I saw
it be one season because it was originally just one small one-off miniseries.
Yeah, I don't know how it ends. So hold on.
Yeah, I don't know how it ends either.
No.
And no, okay. I mean, that makes sense. It was only just like a one-shot miniseries in the 70s too. So another note I have is that Mariko's sister was a concubine of the Tycho.
Mm-hmm. She was one of many trying to have a baby. She said over 100.
And which is so nuts. Like, first of all, you had to have had, it wasn't the fault of any of those women, in my opinion. That's what it seems like.
It's usually the man's fault.
No, yeah.
But back then,
his sperm count was
not
sperm counting, is basically what that said to me. And it took, let's say she has magic genes. So, it took her.
She had some herbs and spices added to have, because she was like, all the things I had to take, all the things I had to drink, all the positions I had to pose, fully action posable. Like,
one thing comes to mind, and were you there when we were talking about Secret Invasion? It was like me, you, Tanya, Funda,
and we were trying to figure out how they was having babies.
Yes, and Tanya, was it Tanya that told us about like the sweat rice or something or other, to where there had to be steaming of beneath parts to make things happen. I feel like that was probably a thing that she was forced to go through also, but they didn't know how to test for these things back then. So of course it was always just the woman's fault.
Yeah,
and
they wanted you to preheat the oven.
100 women and you couldn't get one of them pregnant but her, bruh. You was shooting half blanks all day,
bruh.
It's the only explanation.
They was decrepit, they was leaning, they was dust. It was like when he came out there.
You just got see, from the very beginning, what we thought,
I called him Sub-Zero because I just remember Mortal Kombat.
Right. We were both calling him Sub-Zero because that was my favorite character in Mortal Kombat. So that's instantly what first was in my brain. But then we were reminded by one of our other
that he was actually
Scorpion. So yeah, we did correct ourselves. So yeah, we call him Scorpion or Yoshi because it's easy to remember that first name. I'm
starting to remember Toranaga. Toranaga is starting to be remembering.
Yeah, I am not good at remembering names in general, but names that are slightly more complicated than others also is. Oh dear.
And it's not.
In my Sulu voice, oh my.
And it's not.
Oh Jesus. Oh God, can you imagine if I was having this stream at Auntie's house right now? Auntie would have came out her room talking shit. Oh Jesus. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's pretty damn funny. My cheeks hurt.
Jackie, this is why we're friends. Oh, I mean, where's the lie though? Oh, let me just just keep that on the stream for shits and giggles for a little bit. Oh man. Okay, wait, hold on. Before I do that, let me go back. Yes, yeah, we're calling Scorpion because he Scorpion from
the new Mortal Kombat,
which was not complete trash. It wasn't that.
I liked it. Here's the thing.
I liked how they did some of the things, but there's just a little bit of tweaks I would have put in, especially with the Scorpion and the Scorpion and the new Scorpion.
I'm very easily pleased.
It's a bit weird
when it comes to video games adaptations.
When it comes when it comes to things I love, we're usually not as pent up as some of the other nerds and fanboys and girls out there.
I'm not
even the original Mortal Kombat movies. Cheese Annihilation, I find cheesy as hell, but I still like cheese.
But I like that pizza. It's so delicious.
Yes, it's tasty.
Nummies. Yeah, because I'm not really picky about. I have yet to see a movie that was so bad that I couldn't watch it again.
Limited or miniseries. You're correct.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Yep.
Yeah. I don't think a season 2 will happen. It's just like Watchmen and Lovecraft Country. As much as we wanted,
instantly put the glass down. I was
for both those shows. And also, shameless plug, if y'all didn't watch the Lovecraft Country discussion that me, Monero, and Meeks did, you should go and check that out because it was fun as hell.
That was the first time we were hanging out.
It was. That was our first stream. This was shortly after I saw Meeks hanging with the homies, Sean Tank Top and Morgan. And what is Morgan's husband's name?
Dustin.
What? D.
Dustin.
Yes, I knew it was something with a D. Yes, they super cool group. If y'all haven't heard of them, go Google Sean Tank Top and you'll find it.
I love Momo. One day I just want to go there and just go to the bar when they have one of those things and just be there. Because the normies also show up occasionally because they're in the same area. And I'm like, man.
Oh, nice. Wait, where is this?
In Chicago.
Okay.
Yep, they're in Chicago.
I've had fun every time I've gone there. Okay, what'd you say, yo? I'm now lost right now because I haven't seen Secret Invasion. Oh, okay. Go watch Secret Invasion. It got a lot of flack, and we had our gripes with it too.
But I wanted it to be more. But I mean, it was okay.
We wanted it to be more, but
but Karen, you're absolutely correct. That's all I want is fun. This is the reason why I personally like Halo. Yes. I am in love with season 2 of Halo. Season 1 was okay. I enjoyed it,
but season 2, we'll talk about that once I catch up. Yeah.
So I'm like, I like all of that. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot for me to say I hate a movie, and there hasn't been a movie that I've hated.
Yeah.
Ever in my life. Ever.
And yes, Watchmen was so. And first of all, again, I'm gonna toss a drink up for this, yo. Regina King, Queen. Man, I've been a fan of Regina King since she was on 227.
Oh, season 2 of Halo is fantastic. I wish I was exaggerating. It's really great. It's really great. It ties everything togetger. It fixes the shit from the first season that you were like, and then it brings it back into the Halo lore for the second season. Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Jackie. The original miniseries I think was only like 3 or 4 episodes, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know if somebody has time to Google that. Let me know those numbers. But yeah, it was never meant to be like a long drawn out thing. So I don't blame them for doing just one video. Mm-hmm. And
don't just give it a chance.
Where this taste of reach.
Give it a chance.
Give it an honest try. Yes, do.
Give Halo.
I very rarely pay attention to Just Chris. I always like to view a thing for myself and see what I like.
It depends on what
especially with video games and comics. Yeah. Good. Finish up.
No, it depends on it depends on what the critics are finding wrong with it. If they're saying that, it needs to be closer to the lore, I kind of am leaning on that because it's hard. It's the reason why Fallout is successful and the Halo is having a hard time, because Fallout is based on the world and it's its own story based on the world, and it works, but you don't have those stories in Halo. The Halo story is Master Chief's story, and that's a singular character. So it's hard to have a show around a singular character that does A, B, C, D, E, F, G, when people are expecting A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you can't give them that. So that's all.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's cool.
Okay. So last 3 notes I have for the end of this. Mariko's sister was a concubine for Tycho. That's how she ended up giving birth to the heir.
Yes.
Tea house lady. Okay, I'm trying to remember. My note says the tea house lady is bold and Fuji sipping her tea is hilarious. So
during the negotiation, is that what you're talking about?
Yes. Was it during? No, this is it. No, this note is at near the end of the episode. So yeah, I'm trying to remember that scene and I'm drawing a blank on it. Whatever discussion was being had. Oh no, I remember what it was. She had went to Scorpion and she was trying to set in place something concrete for her to gain more power, to have basically she was trying to build like a network of tea houses that ultimately would be her as the figurehead.
And she was asking for like 500 or something.
And she was asking for him, to finance that and to sign like a royal decree or something that she would be able to do that, and she would be able to profit from that, and it wouldn't be able to be taken away from her, even if he was impeached successfully and assassinated. So
I don't know if that was.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I don't know if we gotten there yet. I remember her trying to get it from. I remember her trying to get the 500, I want to say dollars, but I'm not quite sure, from the
that from Mariko when they were negotiating for old girl to sleep with Blackthorn. That was at the beginning.
But no, that was like in the middle towards it. So I'm just like, that's the only thing I remember. I don't remember anything else about that, because after that we jumped to hold on, whoop, don't play. It started playing, because then we went back into a flashback where they were talking. Hold on a second. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm trying to see. Okay, that's some sexing. And then there was a conversation between
she was bold as fuck,
between Toranaga and Mariko about what had happened and how your fight's not over in yet. And then that's when we got closer to the end. Yeah, we figured out why Ochiba didn't like what's her face. Oh, we forgot about the big thing.
What?
That old dude died at the end of the episode. Did you get that? This on your notes?
Oh yeah. The dumbass Scorpion 2.0.
The actual neutral person in the council was moitered because he wouldn't back the one person that they were trying to have up there, that they tried to put up for vote.
Right. Which again just brings us back to the question: why are any of these assholes following Ichido?
Exactly. And now that's what you get, because you could have lived had you sided with Toranaga from the very beginning and made Ishida sit in the middle and be like, my name is Moni. He would have had to pick a side, and he would have picked your side by force because he wouldn't want the Christians taking over his country. That's where you fucked up. You fucked up, sir.
And here's the thing.
Whole family gone.
The invitation was given. Scorpion peeped that. And again, plans on plans on plans. This man is a master tactician.
He said that episode 1. He said that they're gonna force him into a corner, and it will be smart if the other guy came over to his side and forced Ishida over to him, because they got to get these Christians out of here. Oh yeah, he got
because
smirked.
that is where not only the hidden crux of the power, again, because we know about that secret Ronin army that is under the control of the Portuguese on what is it, Macau? We're at Macau base where they're hidden. We already know what's going down with that, and he peeps that, and he's saying, "Hey, look, y'all, you know that they don't have our best interests at heart, right?
This will be smart.
When the shit goes down, it's gonna happen quick, and it's gonna be hard." And I feel like that. I'll give a shout out reference to the Chronicles of Riddick. Because when homie was escaping, he told everybody, like, look, y'all can come and follow me, but if you can't fucking keep up, do not step up, because you will die.
Yeah.
And that's basically the same thing that Yoshi was telling them here. Like, look, I mean, I know y'all trying to hate or whatever, but look at the facts, how things could go. This motherfucker already know that he has to get rid of y'all the moment he takes power. Bank on me. I'm not trying to stop y'all. I don't want the fucking shogunate. I just want shit to be fair. I want it to be kosher. I want my baby prince to grow up to rule well.
I want him to be safe,
so everyone, all of our people can be okay and can prosper. Y'all assholes, the way you trying to run shit, you know it ain't good, because the way you're doing it, it just breeds conflict. Everybody's gonna be trying to one up everybody, and the minute you are not useful, you will get cut down.
And that's exactly what happened.
We can be done with this shit, exactly. But y'all didn't want to listen. So now you dead.
Your whole family is dead. Your whole line is dead. Gone.
Dracarys to you.
Trying to escape to Toranaga.
You.
He gonna try to run to Toranaga at the last minute, sir. They knew you was. They knew
at
you
the
was
last fucking minute.
They knew you was gonna do it, and I just was laughing because every time something happens at Osaka, Toranaga is like, "Well, let me tell you what happened to Osaka." I'm like, damn, do the birds use portals? Like, damn, you found out fast.
Quickly.
Yeah, he did. The other guy,
it wasn't the birds using portals. Bram was in there controlling everything.
You got to replace 2 people. You got to replace 2 people on the council so you can get that impeachment.
You even further now has to find some people, because it's going to be even longer for you not to be able to impeach this man. And again, what are you impeaching him for when he's not on the council anymore?
Exactly. He already resigned.
How are y'all even logicking that
Bye,
he can still be
JD.
impeached? For what? All right, cool beans, bro. Yeah, we'll work out how we're gonna do that finale. Appreciate you, bro.
He is, and right now he put himself at a disadvantage because now there's two Christian people working together, and he's by himself. You fucked up, sir.
And he already knew from the beginning this is not the position that you wanted to be in. And if you don't want, and the person that told him was fucking Uncle Shifty. He said, yo, if you make this move and it don't work, you got these two coming for you and you're going to die. You can't beat them alone.
Because the queen she's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. You, however, are not.
They respect her. And you know what? Nope, because that wasn't this episode. I'm gonna zip my mouth. I think it's actually episode 7 where it comes out. So yeah, we'll wait
y'all suck.
Next week.
You suck. You put yourself you just painted yourself into a corner. Now you gotta wait for that bitch to dry. Good luck. Good luck.
And you will need that luck.
Yeah, because now, I mean, at this point, I think Toranaga said that he had to do a plan that he didn't want to do, which was making himself the Shogun. He doesn't want to be the Shogun. He was like, I just wanted everything to work the way it needed to work.
The way Scorpion moves is he is a dude that will absolutely be about it when he needs to be. But to seek like vengeance and conquering and absolute bloodshed and destruction,
he's like, there's a better way. He's like,
that's not his bag. He wants his people to prosper, not to be killing themselves, especially with outside influences coming in, pushing the envelope.
Yep.
He's not for that. He does, and the Shogunate, as he said, and this was in episode 1. He let him know the Shogunate is a very freaking bloody time in our history. I do not want to bring that back.
And right now he's got, I mean, there's no choice. There's no choice. They're painting him into a corner as well.
They have made it so he has to do that now.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna lose a lot of people. So many people are gonna get lost for this because right now 2 people are in corners and they have to get themselves out.
Yep.
And the church is chilling until somebody makes the first move.
Exactly. All they're in there doing, it's like I don't know if y'all ever played the Godfather game. The symbol for that was like, you know, the marionette puppets on strings, and that's basically the role that the church is in now. They're moving the puppets and staying in the shadows. That's it. You know what? Who the hell was I talking to about doing a Dune review?
Not me, because I ain't seen it. Yeah.
Well, you should watch it though. It was actually really great. There's
I know. I heard.
But and shout out to what's his name, Denis Villeneuve, something like sounds like that. He did that. But both things they were great. So yeah. I'll do Dune at some point. I don't know. It is whoever. It's already like a quarter of the year is done. So I am setting up some future things I think that are going to be coming that could be cool. Hopefully they go through. I'm not going to put them out and voice them into the ether just yet, just in case. But yeah. So that was Shogun.
Yep.
Eps 5 and 6. We will be back next Monday. We're gonna start Fallout, episode 1. Ready. And then Wednesday we'll be on some more Shogun for episode 6 and 7. And I just want to show off a little bit here.
She got me looking like my name is Roger.
Damian Meeks in the spot. So yes. So yeah.
Oh man.
The church is forever doing shit from the shadows, man. Absolutely. And you know, Blackthorn is always on some bullshit, but he's not wrong.
He's not wrong
when he says the Portuguese is in there pulling like the hugest okey doke ever.
They are. And what makes it worse is Mariko refuses to see that. She refuses to believe it and see it.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, well, I feel like that is going to change because what's been very firmly established is while she does have this faith, she is all for her people.
Mm-hmm. She don't play that.
So I think it's only going to take a few more things to happen that she'll stand up and look like, you know what, I don't got time for your bullshit. And also, I'm very much looking forward to a little more development with Fuji, and that's actually. What one small tidbit, once the gardener was killed at the end of Ep 5, and they went through the whole rigmarole of him being mad at Fuji and trying to banish her out of the house and whatnot. Marco got in that ass, and then the earthquake happened. And after saving Scorpion, he immediately ran home to make sure his people
checking up on your safe.
And he saw
not really your boo but your
Fuji. He saw Fuji, and he made sure in that conversation, like, "Oh God, you're okay. All right, I'm sorry." And she looked like she was about to maybe try to sit up or say something. And he put the hat on her shoulder, like, "No, stay there. No, rest, please. I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry. My bad. I was out of line. I was out of pocket just now. I'm glad you're safe. Stay there. Yeah, take some rest.
Lay down. Take a nap."
Which again, it always takes something randomly dramatic for this dude to come into realization of shit.
Magical.
Like when he back to the first step when he saw that one random dude breaking up the procession line and trying to ask questions where he had no business asking questions. His head got chopped off.
It did.
And he learned today.
He did. Mm-hmm.
I need him to do that quicker moving forward. And I really hope that's what's gonna happen. Anywho's that is the ep for the night, folks. Meeks, I know you got things coming up. Let the folk know what you got.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fixing my camera so I can move it back over here, but I'm still watching Avatar. I'm getting ready to put up the season finale for season 1 on Friday. I'm gonna start back up with Fringe. I took a break because I hate this fucking camera angle. But I'm still watching Fringe. I'm gonna blast through Interview with the Vampire that's coming up soon, so I got to get all this stuff ready. What else I got? Of course,
Fringe has been having somewhat of a revival on the interwebs. Have you noticed that on YouTube?
Yes, people. A lot
of folks are putting new vids out. Like, hold on, look here, assholes. How were y'all not down with the show when it first came out years ago?
Because I wasn't watching regular television. I was
I didn't say you. I said the other people.
Kabul. Yeah, and
it was on cable. It was on Fox.
That was Kabul to me. I didn't even have that.
Really?
I had nothing.
Channel 6 was Fox.
Wait.
Were you here when that was on?
It was 2010, wasn't it?
No, I don't.
You see me on call.
We could be misremembering. Right? we actually checked the timetables, y'all.
2008, 13. Yeah, I was here, and I also had no money. I was living in a house with 8 other people. It was very MTV, Real World.
Campus housing.
It was very Real
campus
World.
Housing?
Yeah, it was kind of, but it was like off campus, but it was still there.
Yeah, I lived off campus.
This was the poorest time of my life, right in here, right up in this area.
Yeah, I can attest to that. Anything around OSU at that point in time. Yep.
Bruh. So I still don't know what K-drama I'm watching. I haven't had anything that would like piqued my interest yet. So I'm still just waiting. People want me to watch Queen of Tears. I refuse to because the title is Queen of Tears. I do not feel like crying. So
nobody don't want to cry. What is that? Maybe a misnomer, and
no,
she just has some random power over tears.
No,
or is it sad?
Sad.
Nope.
Sad. No, thank you.
No.
But
we're here for the lulls. That's it.
Fringe, Interview with the Vampire, Avatar, and I'm still playing Baldur's Gate.
You definitely got to do Interview with the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
I always call it Interview with the Vampire Slayer.
I need to do that because I know season 2 is coming out. And as a matter of fact, Interview with the Vampire is getting views on YouTube for some reason. But I'm like, go ahead, sis. I'm coming. She coming. But yeah, I think that is it for right now. I don't think there's anything else coming out. I keep toying with like adding these older shows, but they have a lot of episodes and I just don't have the time right now. So
yeah. There's a few older shows that I would like to go into.
Oh yeah, Demon
especially
Slayer and My Hero Academia. You're right, Mina. You're right.
New Eps.
You're right. Yeah, Demon Slayer is
Yeah.
coming back in May, and
Right.
so is My Hero. My Hero's coming back on the 6th or something like that. Hold on, let me look at the calendar.
Yeah, there's
fourth.
some old school things I wanted to do. Sci-fi stuff like Stargate. I don't know if you ever watched that when it was on.
The TV show? No,
And,
the movie is my favorite movies.
The TV show is a continuation of the movie.
The movie.
The only thing that's different is different actor for Teal'c and different actor for Daniel.
Listen, James Spader.
Yeah, James Spader played it. Oh wait, no.
Kurt Douglas in that movie.
MacGyver was a recast too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. The kid that played Skara in the movie is also in the TV show.
I don't think you understand.
And his sister.
That man is fine.
Wait, Skara?
Is that who I hold on? Let me double check.
The kid that pretty much idolized him.
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Oh my god,
he's pretty. I'll agree with you on that. And he actually has a really cool.
Cruz. He still looks good. My man still.
He has a really cool storyline throughout the whole of Stargate. He comes back for several episodes in a lot of different ways. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about when I say Stargate, please go look that up. What do he look like? I can tell you in a second. Hold on. Let me answer your questions here. What is that? Alex Cruz?
Alexis Cruz.
Alexis
Cruz. Fine.
Oh yeah, he's still pretty.
He is still pretty.
Absolutely.
Very pretty. Very, very pretty.
And yes, Stargate is one of my favorite shows. And y'all know I'm always in the fanfic realms because I do write fan fiction. I read a story a while back about a connection with Stargate and Star Trek Voyager. And it made sense because Stargate obviously was doing all this extracurricular sci-fi stuff. And all of the teachings and books and stuff that Sam did, if you remember her character, they ended up being required reading at a Starfleet command, which is how B'Elanna from Voyager knew about them. So it's got some interesting twists on time travel.
Fine.
And yeah, this is what he looked like in the movie Stargate and also in the TV show once it got there.
That was my thing. He was like, yeah.
And he was always down for the cause. If you wanted a brother to come through, like one of the natives to start fighting, this is him right here. This kid.
He's so fine.
And there was one point in time, and look, see, he's got the Gwa'uld handiwork right there. He was taken over by a Gwa'uld when he was kidnapped. And this is him with the Gwa'uld in control. But there's a lovely group of people in the Stargate universe called the Nox. And they are one of the most powerful creatures.
You're talking about in the carry on. If you're talking about
it's interesting to see how they fight.
Yes, his friend did die. I was sad about that.
Yes.
In the movie.
Yeah.
That was disrespectful.
His friend did
what they did to him because he decided to wait till the last minute to run. I see what you did.
Yo, on Stargate Atlantis. Yo, Taylor was my chick. I love Stargate Atlantis. Also, that was my second introduction to Jason Momoa in Stargate Atlantis because he's Ronin.
Fine.
Yep. Yeah, I would encourage you to go ahead and check the series out. Definitely start with Stargate SG-1 because that helps to relay the foundations from the movie, and then go from there. Stargate Atlantis Premium. I think it's like Stargate the Universe. I think was a thing with Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. I didn't like that one so much, but Atlantis, absolutely check that out.
I'm mad he will forever be Rumpelstiltskin.
Badass Taylor, and Taylor was sexy too.
Ever be Rumpelstiltskin? Every time I see him, Rumpelstiltskin.
Always. Whenever I see him, I call him Rumpelstiltskin now. Matter of fact, that's a deep dive that I would love to chat with you. We'll talk about that off screen, though. You see, you're only laughing because you know who we talking about. You're only laughing because you get that joke. It's another Captain America moment. Here, I understood that reference. But we finna get out of here, folks. Thank you for coming and hanging with us. We appreciate you. Please don't forget to like the stream as you exit. Please comment. Let us know what you want us to cover after we're done with Shogun and Fallout.
Yep.
I have some retro things that I would like to do, like Fringe, which Meeks is watching now, and also The Expanse. I know Meeks has gotten through too. Great shows on the sci-fi tip. So hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you would like to see us chat about, and we will proceed from there. You know, and share the stream, y'all. We trying to get to 1K subs yet. See, Jackie. See this. Always. This is why we're friends. We'll be on that wavelength.
Barcelona!
Yes, bitch. Yes. We rock, we fucks with the fucking belt around these parts.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck? Yo, I don't give a fuck about Earth. I don't care. The one person on Earth in that show that I would say I love is what Amos call her? Chrissy?
Chrissy, yes.
Our lady Christina. Yes, indeed. Yo, big fan. You know, I'm such a big fan of The Expanse. I couldn't even bring myself to watch the finale yet. I still have to watch.
I watched it and I hollered all the way through. I hollered with an O, with 2 O's. I sounded like what's his name? John Travolta when he was playing the mom in Hairspray. I hollered.
Hairspray, yo.
I hollered. That's what I sounded like.
You know what? Here's a question. See, me and Meeks low key also are like musical nerds. You know, we love the musicals. If y'all want to see us critique a musical, let us know.
Dorks.
Yes, indeed. See, before you get there, those will be some fun revisit. It will be. I know. So again, jump into the comments. Let us know what you want us to revisit because I love retro shit always. I'm an 80s kid. And I will always love the nostalgia, which is one of the reasons I love Stranger Things so much.
Yep. Well, I'm good and all good.
All right, but yes, we're jumping out of here.
Catch you guys.
Be safe out there, y'all. The world be fucking nuts. Go hug your parents, hug your kids. Tell all your friends that you love them. Don't be afraid of being sappy for just 2 seconds out of the day. Tomorrow is not promised.
Bye, y'all.
Raise your drinks.
My glasses empty.
But anyway,
it's empty.
Catch y'all later.
Bye.